Hypocrisy.
Hi. I'm pretty fucking mad right now. So, that was nice. That was good and fun. We should do it again. 10 out of 10. So here's the deal. Yes, yes. Everybody already knows the issue, I'm sure. And will have wonderful advice. So I got my new graphics card today. Had it installed. It was running. I'm about to click start stream. In fact, I had already connected to YouTube. I literally just had to click go live and all of my monitors turned off. All of them. So I have no idea why that happened. And since I didn't have a monitor, you couldn't troubleshoot the problem on the software side. So everything looked fine. Again, had the driver installed. It was up. Everything was running. And literally at the same time, all four monitors just shut off. The card stayed on. The computer stayed on. Just nothing on the monitors. Very weird. Very weird. So I had to install my old graphics card back in. That's what took so long, was I had to take out the other one, put this one back in, and get everything back to the other drivers. You know? Very weird. It was not an all-black screensaver. No, they turned off. And I will not sit and we're not going to try and troubleshoot a problem that you guys didn't see through this chat. It is the most infuriating thing in the world because you all mean well, but you don't actually see the problems that are going on. So, and I can't explain them adequately because I'm terrible. So I will troubleshoot it later. That being said, it was fun. It was fun. We'll figure it out at a different time. It's not a DOA card, I don't think, because it was working. It's probably something I failed to do, and I'll just figure out what that is. So that being said, Siren Jack, no, I did see it. Like I said, I had everything running, but we'll get it figured out. Not a big deal. Just an hour late to start the stream. Actually, the first half hour was not that at all. The first half hour was I did not get to hang out with Lady Rackets today. And so, you know, family first, man. Family first. I love you guys, but I do love my relationship with my wife a little bit more. And so I wanted to make sure and get my time, my cutie time with my QT pie, whatever that is. You know what I mean. But anyway, so that being said, now we are here. And I have been screaming for the past 30 minutes. So fucking mad. So thank you all for being here. I am prepared to underwhelm you entirely. God. I'm going to start drinking this Gatorade, and then I'm going to start drinking whiskey, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. Let me just jump into the chats I'll tell you guys, I'm trying to set up some shows with some different people over the next couple weeks. Hopefully there will be good progress on that. Uncivil Law will be out this coming weekend. I'm not sure exactly what streaming is going to look like, if he and I are going to do a stream together, or just hang out, or whatever. That will be, we'll figure that out as we go. I think he comes in on Friday. What else? No, there's no Vic news yet. Although it's imminent, right? It feels imminent. It has been almost 9 months. We're almost at that 9-month area where they would typically release an opinion. We've seen a couple opinions come down through the system, related to TCPA things, and those. I am still on my cautionary approach to the Vic subject. I believe firmly that appeals overturning a decision are extremely difficult and rare to get. It doesn't mean they don't happen. Actually, they happen several times a day, and they happen frequently to Chup. That being said, I've been pessimistic about it the entire time. I remain pessimistic. I think that's the best way to manage expectations, because that is the likely outcome. However, damned if I don't see glimmers of hope all over the place. All over the place with the TCPA rulings coming out of Texas. I'm trying not to hope. I don't want to hope. Hope is horrible. It's depressing when things don't go your way. But that being said, whatever the news is, we'll cover the news, and then we'll move on. That'll be the thing. If it's over, then it's over. If it's not over, then we'll cover it as it goes. There will be a lot of laughter, but we'll see. We'll see. So, that being said, those decisions always come out on Thursdays, barring some very, very weird shenanigans from the court. But Thursdays are their release days. 9:30 p.m. Central is the release time, almost to the minute. And so we'll know if there's something, on any given Thursday. Other than that, I mean, I've got some random subjects today to talk about. These women and their cameras, man. Women and cameras are something. That's one topic tonight. We've got I've got schools don't see children. This is an interesting story of a 30-year-old woman. A 30-year-old woman who posed as her 13-year-old daughter for a full school day and has now been arrested for it. So that's a thing. We'll talk about that. Her case, I don't even know what she's arrested for. The case is less interesting than the issues behind it. The issues that she says she was actually trying to highlight. So we're going to talk about that. Hey, pray for Trey. Can you just not spam it? Like you can call me gay all you want. I don't care. But if you could just not spam the thing over and over, that would be ideal, because spamming actually puts you firmly in the anus of someone else, probably a man. But that being said, just call me gay once and then call me gay again in a funnier way after that. That's fine. I don't care. You are here to annoy me. I am not Kyrie Irving, right? Who's like, man, these insults are getting to me. It's like we're on display like a human zoo. Yeah, this is a digital human zoo. You guys are sitting here watching me. I am the dancing monkey. I get it. That's fine. But the spam is just annoying. Spam is the realization that what you said isn't funny enough on its own. I don't know if you're uncreative or whatever it is. So you need the crutch of doing it over and over and over again. But that actually isn't funny. And the sad thing is I have to remind my kids that doing the same thing over and over and over doesn't make it funnier. Also, you would think with YouTube audience, they would get this. But some people do not. Some people do not. Just be funnier and everything is fine. And plus it's Pride Month. Take pride in who you are. All right. Next. Oh yeah, and then finally, we've got Trump's pants as a topic. Did you guys even see this? I didn't see this. But over the weekend, the news was fixated on Donald Trump and his pants. Because someone thought, this is Pantsgate, full on. Someone thought Donald Trump's pants were on backwards. Because apparently Donald Trump is so idiotic to them that he must not know the way his pants go on. So these people spent an entire weekend staring at Trump's crotch to figure out if his pants were on backwards. And it made more news than Joe Biden. And they don't seem to get it. It's wild. So we're going to look at that a little bit too. I mean, anyway, and there's some sprinklings of some other stuff in there as well. We'll see how this goes. Let's start with some super chats. I've got a whole bunch that came in before the show officially started because it started so late. So let's do those in order. We'll start with the big ones and then do the rest. And then, oh, yeah, by the way, did anybody watch the Doomcock Ryan Cannell thing? I didn't watch that because that, like, you want Pride Month. Drama in fandoms is reaching critical mass of gayness. Absolute critical mass. Like, oh my gosh. Everybody suddenly becomes so sensitive. It's like, geez, can we just not do that? Like, everything is jokes. Everything is jokes. We're all making jokes. Everybody's fine. And whew, okay. Oh my God. If it's not evident that somebody's trying to fuck around with Fandom Menace, like, I don't know who, I don't know why, I don't know why anybody would be threatened by it. It's people sharing their opinions on the internet. Happens every day, but man, Fandom Menace seems to be under attack right now. It's just like, this is so silly. Okay. Bad Vibe says, in honor of Pride Month, Nick will demonstrate just how proud he really is by being 30 minutes late. Oh, 53 minutes late, buddy, bucko, buckaroo. He says, you know, Nick, you might not be so late and gay if you used a binary watch, boomer. Sorry, my watch is non-binary. It's fluid. Towers Comics says, why is Nick always more late during Pride Month? Well, look, you got to represent. You got to represent. If you can't represent during Pride Month, when can you represent? Andrew Ward Snowboard says, I can't wait to see you guys at Matsuri. I regret not going in 2019, and it sucks we couldn't go in person last year. I don't have my time off approved yet, but I'm going to be there. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. It's been a while since I've seen you. Looking forward to it. Bad Vibe says, get the forks. He says he is done. We must QC that. Poke him and see if he bleeds or not. Yes, I will bleed. I'll bleed tears. And he will shed tears of scarlet. Pablo Rodriguez says, what the hell am I supposed to listen to in the shower now? Hashtag late and gay. Sorry, buddy. Nick Naylor says, I devised a mathematical equation to determine how late a streamer will be. I call it Pythagorean theorem. Good. Good. ASO, yes. Yes. I've seen it. We'll talk about Kamala's pearl necklace cookies and maybe where the inspiration comes from. Not So Handsome Jack says, hey Nick, when are you going to show us those sick mad gay skills in Doom Eternal Ultra Nightmare? Come on, no balls. First of all, balls. Always balls. Second of all, never. Jesus. That I'm terrible enough at Doom to know how that would go. Phoenix Lord Asserman says, I know it's Pride Month, but this seems excessive. You haven't even seen excess until you've seen my Pride Parade. And Phantasmagorical says, today, boomer. Digitalis says, you're officially so late that it's now illegal to terminate this stream in 38 states. That's a good one. I like that. Vacu Samago says, sounds like you got kazucked by the kazuk. Not applicable says, Nick, let us troubleshoot it. We'll fix it. Come on. No, you won't. Samurai Knight says, man, he is late. Don't pull a Kentaro Miura on us, Nick. Oh, he died if you didn't know. Hashtag never forget. Hashtag berserk. Never heard of him. Who's that? Tina says, oh, I can help with your computer issues. Have you tried being less gay? Once, but it was just not for me. It was just not for me. Mr. Bentham says, you obviously didn't use enough soapy water on that new card, Nikki. Terrible. Scrub harder. Maybe I didn't delete enough stuff first. Who knows? We'll get it figured out. Christopher Baker says, please stop playing Tickle Booty with your PC before shows. He just doesn't like it. I took care of... That's the problem. That's what blew my mind. The computer had been running fine for an hour. For an hour. It was going just fine. Then lights out. Lights out. So I don't know, man. Oh, and if you did not catch it, just so everybody is aware, I have a new alternate Streamlabs, and it is Ricada Media. Streamlabs.com/Ricada Media. So, yeah, it's over there now for Justice Chats. If you're interested, if you're not and you like the super chat, stick to the super chat. Doesn't bother me either way. Let's get into the subject matter, shall we? Okay, let's move this over. Hold on, I gotta shrink this down just a little bit. All right, so here's a new lawsuit. This one caught my attention. Oh, thank you, C. Goody. Now I can pin that message up there. There we go. Okay. Westchester school principal made employee take racy pictures. Lawsuits. Okay, so this is actually not for an OnlyFans. This one is not an OnlyFans. But it's in the theme with the OnlyFans issue that's going on. I think it's a bigger theme. Like, we're limiting thoughterry to things like OnlyFans and Twitch, but it is not limited. It is not so limited. There is a poison in this world, and it's called giving women a camera. Giving women a camera at all is a poison. They should not be allowed to have them. They should not be allowed to operate them at all. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Look, I know many of you ladies are responsible with your cameras. I know you are. And I'm going to have to ask you to take this one for the team. Look, I'm just going to say it. It's not on you, but it's for the gender. It's for the gender. Say cheesy. A Yonkers school worker was forced to take raunchy photos of her principal posing in a thong at school and store the shots on her cell phone, along with penis pictures and other illicit images. An explosive federal lawsuit alleges. This story gets better as it goes, too. It starts off here, and it keeps going. I love this story. The principal enlisted the underling's help in order to hide the sexy snaps from her husband and save them for her lover, the school secretary and her attorney told the Post. Giselle Vasquez, a 35-year-old single mom, was hired as a Spanish-speaking secretary for Principal Evelina Medina, 42. That's Evelina up here. Or no, wait, this is Giselle Vasquez. So she is not the person in the photo. She is the taker of the photos, okay? Evelina Medina, we'll get to her in a minute. She's coming up. At the Robert C. Dodson School, an 865-student magnet school. But it's magnets. They just stick together. What do you need school for? 5 minutes from Scarsdale. But Medina soon pushed her to do far more than clerical work. The Manhattan federal court papers claim. On May 28, 2018, Medina texted Vasquez a photo of a man lying in bed in his underwear and instructed Vasquez to save the photo for her on her own phone. Conceptually, how does this work? Conceptually, how does this work? Like when you get farther, okay? When you get farther down this story in your mind, how does this work? Because, like, hey, girl, I'm going to need you to store my man's pictures on your phone. It's like, okay. Then is she going to ask to borrow the phone later? Like, well, need a little me time. I'm going to need to borrow your phone for a minute. Like... Can you wash it can you wash it when you get done at least? She's holding the principal's blackmail. Oh no, stop it. To this day, I don't understand what would make her so comfortable to ask me to do that for her, Vasquez told the Post, explaining that the women were not friends. I wondered if I don't do this, what would be the repercussions for me at work? I'm a single parent, and I thought, what would happen if I said no? The next day, Medina ushered the secretary into the school office and ordered her to take a photo of her. She hands me the phone and says, "Close the door," Vasquez told the Post. Medina then proceeded to lower her pants to her ankles, turned around, and exposed her buttocks in thong underwear, and posed. Okay. She has the picture. So, I like she has the picture. When she shit out a basketball, she takes it here. This is her sexy picture. Of all the things you can do, let me get in this school class. Do you want to move the box out of the frame? No, just leave it. There's no time. Just leave it. It'll be fine. Okay. So again, I saw a lot of people saying she's lying and all that stuff. And I'm with you. I'm like, this story doesn't make any sense. This doesn't, why would this happen? Like this, no one would do this. It doesn't jive. But then you find out that she's got the picture. She's got that photo. Where did she get it? It's on her phone. It's on her phone, apparently. When I looked back, her pants were already down, Vasquez recalled. I was shocked. Oh my. I didn't know what to think. I really just froze. I worried that if I just left her office, there could be a student or employee or anyone there. Her office is in the main office, and there's a lot of traffic. Medina then texted the nearly bare butt image to Vasquez's cell phone and asked her if she could help edit them. the complaint says. She wanted to smooth out the dimples. Her cellulite, Vasquez told the Post. She's got to airbrush that ass. 5 days later, on May 29th, the principal texted Vasquez another sex shot, this time of a man lying in bed holding his erect penis. The complaint alleges Medina instructed Vasquez to save the photo for her too. On more than one occasion, Medina made comments about her lover's penis size and how it satisfied her more despite being smaller than her husband's penis size. The suit says, it goes the opposite way. It goes the opposite way. Here you think, see, this is what I'm telling you. You're thinking, this story's got twists, man. You're like, okay, so she's gonna have some big beefy bull sitting there with a fire hose hanging between his legs, right? And then turns out, nope, it's it's a guy with a smaller dick. It's a mind rip, man. Because in your brain, like, the story's playing out ahead of the reading. I know it is. And then it's like, wow, nope, you're wrong. Oh, this is great. All right. Medina used my client as her own personal Dropbox to keep the sexy pictures away from Medina's husband, said attorney Christopher Berlingieri. Due to the serious nature of the sexual harassment here, we felt there was no other option but to bring civil action. The federal suit charges that Medina, on several occasions, showed Vasquez her iPhone, told her to read the XXX-rated sex she and her lover had exchanged. I don't know why she wanted me to read it. Maybe she didn't have friends or family to confide in. Well, you know what I do with my family. Hello, cousin. Phone. Vasquez told the Post, I don't know why she thought it was okay. Maybe because she thought I was just her secretary and I wasn't going to say or do anything. In June, Medina allegedly directed Vasquez to book a hotel room in Yonkers using Vasquez's credit card for the purposes of a rendezvous with her lover, the suit said. The suit does not name the alleged lover, and the explicit images and text were not filed as case exhibits, but they were shared with the Post. Sorry. Of course they were. The principal invited Vasquez and Sandra Guzman, an assistant principal at Dodson, to happy hour after work, and her lover and his brother showed up. Medina told Vasquez that she should date her lover's brother, the suit says. Okay, see, now we've got another turn. We've got another turn. And this is, I'm betting the principal is into the secretary too. That's what she's doing here. She's trying to feel out the secretary for some cross pollination or whatever. That's what she's trying to do. I know it. I can smell the lesbian happening here. We need liquor for this task. The brother's a cover. I don't think the brother's actually involved here. Or it's not even his brother. It's just some guy she says is his brother. And that's a foursome. Or else he's just a cover. One of those two is true. All right. Here we go. Vasquez told the Post she believes Medina wanted cover for her dalliance. Oh, whew. That's a safe picture. Oh, thank God. Vasquez felt uncomfortable during this encounter and ultimately told Medina that she had to leave. The complaint says Vasquez finally complained to a supervising clerk about inappropriate things going on. Rather than set up a meeting, the supervisor merely responded to just put in a request for transfer, the complaint said. So here you go. On August 9th, Vasquez did just that, but received no response from HR, the suit says. The next month, the sleazy directives continued, with Medina ordering Vasquez to buy her black lingerie during her lunch break because she had a date later in the city. The complaint alleges Medina gave Vasquez $50 and told her to go to the Romantic Depot adult store. Look, I'm going to need some black lingerie. Here's $50 to go to the trashy store and buy some garbage. God, I love it. It's not like, oh, here, go get something nice from Frederick's or Victoria's Secret or whatever. No. Listen, this is a man with a small dick. All she needs is $50. The cinema queen. I know. I've been married a long time. My wallet still hurts from lingerie. An intimidated and uncomfortable Vasquez decided she was not going to make the purchase and instead returned the money to Medina after lunch, telling her she could not find anything, the suit says. This is where you draw the line? This is where you draw the line. Like you got nudes of this chick's boyfriend, you're taking thong pictures of her, and you draw the line at buying lingerie as a woman? I mean, no one's going to even ask questions. Look at this. Look at this pose photo. Look at this pose photo. I'm very concerned about what I'm seeing on this phone. Come on, guys. Medina grew increasingly bold in what she shared with her secretary and would even demonstrate some of her sex moves. The educator forcefully grabbed Vasquez by the neck and throat to show her what she wanted to do with her lover. The complaint says, wait, so she's choking the guy? I want to choke this motherfucker. In the fall of 2018, Vasquez interviewed for a position at Roosevelt High School in the district and met with the principal there. The following day, Medina approached Vasquez and asked her why she applied for a transfer and informed her she spoke with the Roosevelt principal and advised him not to hire Vasquez, the court papers allege. The suit alleges that Medina was not the only high-ranking educator harassing her. Court papers show that AP Guzman would joke. Assistant Principal Guzman would joke that Vasquez probably didn't have sex a lot. And Christopher Casano, another Dodson assistant principal, allegedly asked her, have you ever done drugs? And how often do you have sex? Straight out of a Dare video. Have you ever smoked drugs? How often do you sex? Like, come on now. One day while Vasquez was in the main office working the after-school program with Casano, Medina called the office from her car and allegedly told Vasquez, you should give him some. Vasquez then asked Medina, give him what? Medina responded, you know what. On March 29, 2019, Casano leaned in and attempted to kiss Vasquez on the lips in the back of the main office while plaintiff was washing a plate. The suit charges. Vasquez asked Casano what he was doing and backed away. He said, I shouldn't have done that, Vasquez told the Post. This keeps going. On April 10th, Vasquez complained to Medina about Casano and the following day filed a complaint with Human Resources. The suit says Vasquez followed up on April 17th with an email to the superintendent of schools, Edwin Quezada, noticing a trend on the naming scheme of this RPG, complaining about feeling extremely uncomfortable at Dodson and requested a transfer. The suit says he merely replied, thank you. Vasquez later learned that a teacher at Dodson had a copy of her complaint on her cell phone and was showing it to other employees, the suit says. In April 2019, we got to save it, she was transferred to the Cesar Chavez School. That's the school of shanking. If there's ever a Cesar Chavez school, that is, you have +10 to getting stabbed. But it was in retaliation, the suit alleges, and she was given a different position with a different schedule and a different job title. I think the move was made in case they were sued. They were looking to cover their asses, she told the Post. All right, here we go. Thank you, the Post. The Post did us a solid with this one. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Vasquez's new hours were difficult because of her childcare obligations, and in July 2019, she began to see a psychiatrist due to the sexual harassment caused by Medina, Cassano, and Guzman, the complaint charges. In November 2019, HR told Vasquez her complaints were unfounded, and HR considered the investigation completed and closed. Did she send him the pictures? Did she send them the pictures? During the pandemic in August 2020, she requested a reasonable accommodation to work remotely from home due to her disabilities of asthma, heart murmur, and anxiety, and included a doctor's note. The suit said her request was denied. She has been out on family leave. My professionalism exceeds the expectations of that facility, Vasquez told the Post. I mean, it didn't. You did take those pictures, though. Like, you still took the pictures. I don't know if it exceeds it as far as you think. To this day, I can't believe that this happened to me. I didn't see it coming. It's disturbing. I'm disgusted and embarrassed. Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano named Dodson as his School of the Month for March 2018, gushing, that under the leadership of Principal Evelyn Medina, it is setting the bar in terms of academic achievement and community engagement. Tell me Mike Spano is small-dicked lover. That would make this so much better. The lawsuit names the city of Yonkers, the school district, the Dodson and Chavez schools, Medina, assistant principals Cassano and Guzman, and Superintendent Quezada as defendants. It seeks uncapped and unspecified damages. Medina, who made $163,000 in 2019, according to the public records, is no longer principal at Dodson. A man answering her phone hung up when a reporter called, and text messages were not returned. So just so you know, guys, if you ever wondered, by the way, all that underpaid teacher stuff, it's true for teachers. True for teachers. But admins make all the fucking money. They make a ton in schools. The school district said it would not comment on pending litigation and refused to give the circumstances of Medina leaving her Dodson post. Cassano and Guzman could not be reached. Oh, yeah. So there we go. There we go. There are many theories about this. All of them are true. All of them are true. This chick was definitely in a relationship with the principal. 100%. I cannot think of what else that actually could have happened. I can almost guarantee that this chick was banging the principal on the side. Because otherwise, so the only other explanation is that her story's true. That's the only other explanation. Because how do you get the nudes or the thong pictures and stuff? Like, how do you get those? Where do they come from? Unless, she sent them. Principal sent them. So did she send them because, or did she send them to get photoshopped? I think they're in a relationship. But I do think that she was actually into... Listen, that's the other thing, though. Here's the crazy part, right? Here's a subtle detail you may have missed. In maximum shitpostery, and that's what we're doing here, maximum shitpostery, She's mad that she's rug munching the principal, right? And she finds out that the principal is actually dating some other dude. She knew the principal's married to a guy. He doesn't matter. He's cucked. He's cucked by a woman, and he's out of the picture. But then she finds out about the side dude, and this is the detail. This is how you know. She said they don't name the side dude, but she says that the side dude has a small dick. Side dude is gonna see this thing. He's gonna see this story. He's gonna know who he is. And he's going to know that she said he had a small dick. She's pissed at the side dude for moving in on that carpet. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That small dick detail, that twists the whole thing right there. All right. Where's my... Oh, this is a quick one. Let's see. This is from Hypocrite. Like most things, his there's no commentary. He just has a picture here. So let's take a peek at that one. The political Latino. Yeah, I'll read your super chats when I read the super chats. If you're not familiar with the format, I read the $20 super chats first, and then the other ones I tend to get near the end of the show. So here we go. So we've got this is what I presume to be an Onlyfans chat. We don't know what's said before dick. It says, then fucking it until I come. Let's come together at the same time, daddy. Please send me a video of how you come for me. I'll send you a free nude if you do. $34.69. Then we've got him sending her a $1 tip. He says, hi, Mia. I hope all is well. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you were in my 11th grade computer science class. Nope. Hans gets a gas. You grew up. Ha ha ha. Oh my God. Yes, I remember. Literally one of my favorite classes, Limafau. It was one of my favorite classes to teach. I enjoyed seeing you in my class, Mia. Bruh. Anyways, I saw you made an OnlyFans and I felt the need to subscribe for old time's sake. Crossing my fingers my wife doesn't find out. Aw, would she be upset if you come to me instead of her? This man should be removed from teaching. I enjoyed seeing you in my class, Mia. Buddy, fuck off. Get out. Get out immediately. I'm guessing she didn't grow up that far. If I had to guess, she didn't grow up that much. Oh my God. Not okay. That is not an okay situation. Well, let's see. I thought. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Here we go. I feel like I have another. thought I had another OnlyFans story, but maybe I don't. I mean, I'm sure I could find one. Oh, someone told me to scroll down his feed real quick. Let me do that real quick. Oh, this was another one here. This one was pretty good. I didn't see this from his feed, but we'll take it from his feed here. Did you guys see this? This chick? OnlyFans star 20 suffers heart attack after dry scooping pre-workout in latest TikTok challenge craze. This one only ancillarily involves OnlyFans. But stop it. Stop it. You guys better stop simping for this fucking dummy. Oh my God. OnlyFans star and stripper Briatne Portillo, 20, suffered a heart attack after dry scooping pre-workout in a TikTok challenge. Dry scooping involves taking heavily caffeinated, stimulant-laden pre-workout supplements without any water or liquids. A recent trend on TikTok saw users dry scoop pre-workouts for social media clout. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you need help, guys, if you ever have the impulse to do something like this, let me just don't do that. If there's a powdered substance that you're supposed to mix up in something to take, mix it up. Mix it up. However, in Portillo's case, she signaled that her intentions weren't for clout, but a vigorous workout session. Well, if she talking, she lying. When dry scooping goes wrong, a male friend had given her a scoop of Redcon's Total War at the gym before things went south. The stripper experienced a myriad of nasty symptoms until emergency services were called. She does live through this. She lives through this, which is, I guess, good. She immediately felt the pre-workout right away. I felt like I was suffocating. That's because powder probably entered your lungs because you probably inhaled it, you fucking dummy. I was coughing a lot. She didn't eat the pre-workout. She inhaled it because, if you take powdered sugar and try and eat it, a lot of times you'll reflexively breathe in as the thing's entering into your mouth, and you'll suck down this powdered substance, and it hurts. You don't want to do that. Don't do this. I was coughing a lot. I started chugging some water, but my throat was just extremely dry and my gums were burning. My chest felt very tight and heavy. I started sweating a lot again, and the whole left side of my body hurt so bad. The strip club manager called emergency services. She's at the fucking strip club downing pre-workout. Bitch, just do cocaine. It's safer. I never thought something like this would ever happen to me, especially because I'm so young. You induced the heart attack. It didn't happen to you. It's not passive. You're not the victim of a random act of God here. It's not like somebody who's out with their kids and then dies on the side of the road from a heart attack. You fucking moron. You sucked down a powdered substance without mixing it up when the instructions specifically tell you to mix it up. EMTs arrived at the scene. They didn't believe that she was suffering from cardiac arrest given her age and energetic profession of being a stripper on OnlyFans. I never thought something... Oh, yeah. Passing it off as a possible panic attack, Portillo recalled how emergency services approached her call. The cops and EMTs were like, maybe it's anxiety because you're about to dance. The dry scooping culprit, total war. That's not the dry scooping culprit is. The dumb fucking thought is. She's the culprit. It's not Total War's fault. But I don't have anxiety about dancing, she continued. At the time, I wasn't sure what my body was going through, but I knew something was way off. The exotic dancer has seen the craze on TikTok and wanted to give it a go herself. A lot of bodybuilders on TikTok were doing it, and I thought, if they can do it, so can I. They can't. They can't do it either. It wasn't for clout, Portillo said. I didn't even record myself doing it. I just wanted energy to work out. Yeah. Dry scooping Total War's hefty 350 milligrams of caffeine per serving is equivalent of 3 to 4 cups of coffee without any dilution. I called my mom and she was freaking out more than me. I just felt so stupid for doing that dumb challenge and ending up in a hospital bed. Would it have turned out better? And guys, if you decide to simp for Miss Portillo here, be ashamed of yourself. She is not that attractive. If you're gonna simp, raise your fucking standards. Oh, God. Ew. Some chick getting her lips done. All right. I think that's enough. Okay, I gotta stop. Stop reading. I gotta stop reading Hypocrite's thread because too much good stuff in there. Let's take a little gander at this one real quick. Guys, you know things are serious when CNN Business is talking about trolling people. You know that's when you know that trolling has actually occurred. When the media calls it out, right? Like it's like, yes, I was waiting to find out what trolling was. And now I know because the media has told me what trolling is. All right, here we go. Burger King trolls Chick-fil-A with LGBTQ plus donations. Get wrecked, Chick-fil-A. Haha, motherfuckers. You got trolled by Burger King. What up? How you so mad? Chick-fil-A, you're so fucking mad that they donated to the LGBTs. Yeah. Oh, I would say your asshole probably hurts from the trolling, but probably not because you're not gay, so you didn't take it, but you would have. Here we go. Burger King is making a statement during Pride Month. It's trying to get a leg up in the chicken sandwich wars by taking a not so subtle dig at rival Chick-fil-A's fraught history with the LGBT community. 13 Speed Demon says she's the poster child for why we should remove warning labels from things. Yes. The fast food chain tweeted last week that it would donate 40 cents to the Human Rights Campaign for every chicken sandwich sold in June. The Human Rights Campaign is America's largest LGBTQ civil rights organization. Burger King added it will make those donations even on Sunday, tweeting the eyes emoji. Chick-fil-A, because of its devout Christian ownership, closes its restaurants on Sunday. Bigots! We'll make the donation on Sunday. No, you won't, because your bank won't transact on Sunday still. I guess the banks be trolling Burger King now, because bitches can't be donatins on Sundays. Like, this is the news. This is CNN business. Chris B says, please stop making me cringe, Nick. No. Operant conditioning. This is CNN business. This is a real article. During Pride Month, even on Sundays, your chicken sandwich craving can do good. We're making a donation to the HRC for every king sold. Pride Gay. Because what you need to know is that your organization is gay compliant. It's gay compliant. Now, do you notice the difference here? Chick-fil-A does not do this. Chick-fil-A does not go around talking about like their anti-gay platform or anything like that. Chick-fil-A's anti-gay stuff had to be exposed by a report, basically, because they just happened to be a Christian-owned shop. And the Christian-owned shop has beliefs, but they don't, like, force them on the populace. They just do what they do, and they don't do what they don't do. That's it. That's literally it. The difference here is that Burger King needs you to know its politics. You have to know the politics. You have to. That's the problem with Pride Month. Everybody needs you to know. You got to know how much we love the gays. Like, really? Do you? Because I didn't care. I don't care if you love the gays. I don't care if you love the straights. I don't care. Make good food. And that's it. That's all I need to know about you. Because you make shit hamburgers and garbage French fries. I don't need to know your opinions on political or religious things. I don't. Because your qualification is, I make shit hamburgers and garbage French fries. That's it. You're not qualified to talk about gay rights or a gay agenda or anything else involving the gays. You're not qualified to talk about religious matters, issues of liberty, issues of free speech, or anything like that. You're just a restaurant that makes bad food, and you make a lot of it. And that's it. The company has since tried to distance itself from its less than supportive stance towards the LGBTQ plus community. Oh, wait. Chick-fil-A CEO Dan Cathy said in 2012, they've been riding this Chick-fil-A horse for fucking 9 years, by the way. 9 years. One line in one interview. 9 years they've been going after Chick-fil-A. He said in 2012 that the company supports the biblical definition of the family unit. That's all he said. For 9 years. In a 2018 interview with a local Atlanta TV station, Cathy reiterated his position on same-sex marriage, but said he's not anti-gay. Company has since tried to distance itself from its less than supportive stance towards the LGBTQ plus community. They didn't try to distance themselves. They didn't bring it up. They don't. The CEO was asked on about the company's position, answered the question. For example, in 2019, they made major changes to its charitable foundation, ending donations to two organizations that have been criticized for being anti-LGBTQ, the Salvation Army and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. They should immediately reopen those. Immediately, Chick-fil-A should reopen donations to the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army being anti-LGBTQ is the most fake fucking news on the planet. They have an entire division devoted to LGBTQ issues. Both organizations have taken controversial stands on homosexuality and same-sex marriage. Salvation Army literally has not. But Burger King is trying to make up ground in the chicken sandwich wars. Make a better sandwich! Popeyes struck gold with its chicken sandwich in 2019. That's because it's Popeyes, which sent customers flocking to the fast food chain to get their hands and mouths on one. It's because it's Popeyes. Unapologetically caters to Southern black sensibilities. Unapologetically, we make Cajun seasoned fried chicken. We have red beans and rice. We got mashed potatoes with Cajun giblet gravy. They have giblet fucking gravy. They have biscuits. They're unapologetically embracing the demographic that buys the chicken. I don't know how else to say it. It's not a bad thing. It's just such a weird thing to say. But demographically, you have a stereotypical love of chicken in the black community. Popeyes tends to be located in urban centers with heavy black populations because they started in the South in cities. Like that's of course where they're going to be. Just Burger King has not catered to that. Burger King has catered to making shit food. For as long as I've been born, Burger King has made bad food. That's it. You want to target the black community, Burger King? I don't think going for the gay vote is actually getting there. Plus, just because they like to eat cock doesn't mean they want to eat your chicken. Okay? You need to stop. You need to stop. It's very anti-gay of you, Burger King, to take that approach to this issue. Very, very anti-gay of you. I know you think you're being supportive of the gay community, but you're not. This is not the thing. Have they done market research to find out that gays are more predisposed to buying chicken sandwiches? Because that's what they're doing. It's like, oh, because I tell you what, like the market research suggests that the black community does not support, at quoting Drexel, that gay shit. Like it's actually, if you guys remember Proposition 8, the heavy votes against it came from the black community. The black community tends to be heavily involved with Southern Baptist or Pentecostal religions in the South. Like, you might be barking up the wrong dick here, man. It's these companies. Like, if you want to win the chicken sandwich war, make a better sandwich. That's all you got to do. It's all you got to do. Since then, the quick serve restaurant industry has fallen over itself to get in on the fried chicken sandwich action. It's not because it's a fried chicken sandwich. It's because it's a fried chicken sandwich from Popeyes. It's Popeyes. Oh! It's why nobody else. All of these, you got Wendy's, McDonald's, KFC, Shake Shack. They all released their updated chicken sandwich. Not a single one of them had a line of black people in the going out the door, stabbing. People got stabbed over a Popeye sandwich. You ever see anybody stabbed over a Wendy's or McDonald's sandwich? No, nobody's that excited. Nobody's like, hey, you best not cut in line. I want my McDonald's sandwich. Never. It's because it's Popeyes. It's not because it's a chicken sandwich, you fucking racist. It's Popeyes. Popeyes has always been better at seasoning than any of these other shitty places. Popeyes got it down. All these other places, they're like, oh, we're going to do a spicy chicken sandwich. They cover it in a spicy chipotle mayo. That is bullshit. No, you got to season the chicken and you got to season the breading. You got to marinate that chicken. You got to marinate it in something good. Popeyes, I think, marinates their chicken in spicy pickle brine. You marinate it in spicy pickle brine, and then you got to bread it with that spicy Cajun seasoning in the breading, and then you dump that shit in the fryer, and it's delicious because Popeyes knows how to make good chicken. None of these other companies know how to make good chicken, and none of them are going to get lines out the door. Make better chicken. You crumb it, you don't bread it. You crumb it. They're not using crumbs. Using flour. Nerd Tremble says the chicken sandwich from Popeyes wasn't even that good. Of course not. It's a fast food chicken sandwich. It's not going to be that good. It's not going to ever be that good. But the Popeyes one is better than the others because it's got that Popeyes flavor. And many other competitors have blown up their stayed chicken sandwiches. For new ones or developed additional flavorful menu items. Americans have been eating more chicken and less beef the last few years, and low growth, low margin, low loyalty fast food companies are desperate for any leg up over the competition. Burger King first announced in February its new chicken sandwich. Served on a potato bun. Don't do it. What are we, Irish now? With pickles and a savory sauce. To help distinguish the product, Burger King has since renamed the sandwich the Chiking. It had originally been referred to as simply the hand-breaded crispy chicken sandwich. Although Burger King is one of thousands of brands to celebrate Pride Month with deals, the timing happens to coincide with a previously announced Chiking promotion to raise awareness and drive sales. Well, not that I was going to Burger King, but I'm definitely not going to go now. Definitely not going to go now. You know why? Because every time in my entire life that I've been to Burger King and eaten their food, I've been disappointed without fail. Burger King is the most reliable fast food chain in existence. I have never once enjoyed eating a Burger King. Anything. Ever. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, we got this, we got this chica now. This is a weird story. To me. This is a really weird story. What about KFC? Are you fucking serious? KFC? All of their food is bad. Popeyes and Burger King are owned by the same company. I don't know why one is good and the other is garbage. KFC hot wings are not good. Angry Baneling, I saw your name. I see the name change, but it doesn't help. Dude, stop it. You like KFC pot pie? So I had a KFC pot pie. It's pretty good. For a pot pie that you get from a fast food place, passable. I mentioned that. Someone who works at KFC says, that's the one thing at this restaurant that I would tell you to never, ever order. And I don't know why. Josh Tureen, Raising Cane's is great. Raising Cane's is fantastic. And the reason Raising Cane's is great is because they've simplified their menu. And all fast food restaurants should do this. All fast food restaurants should do this. Get rid of everything you make except for like two or three items. That's all you should make. That's it. Raising Cane's makes chicken strips, Texas toast, French fries, coleslaw. Nothing else. No bullshit salads. No like 3 different types of fries. They don't make little shitty burgers. They don't have a slider menu. They don't have roast beef and ham and turkey. Nope. Chicken strips, French fries, Texas toast, coleslaw. That's all you need. And then because of that, your chicken strips are always fresh. They're always fresh. Because when you go up, they don't have to figure out if you're going to order a burger or a chicken patty or a grilled chicken sandwich or if you're going to order, a shaker salad or some stupid thing. They know when you show up, it's not a matter of what you're going to order. You're either going to have 1 chicken strip or 50 chicken strips. You're going to have some fries. And you're going to have coleslaw, which keeps forever. Coleslaw just goes in the fridge full of vinegar. It could probably stay there for a year. That's it. Don't do it. McDonald's should only sell French fries. And that's honestly about it. I mean, everything else is horrifying there. They should just really sell French fries. That's how they got famous. They should go back to using beef tallow to fry the French fries. They should not use their shitty trans fat free oils or whatever. Go back to the pro-trans, pro-LGBT oil of beef tallow. Fry your French fries in that. Don't sell anything else. That's what you should do. No, if you think McDonald's fries are gross, you guys, McDonald's fries changed in 1992. If you do not remember prior to 1992, you cannot know what McDonald's fries are. The things they have now are not McDonald's fries. They're not. '92. They changed from beef tallow. It's something like 80 to 88% beef tallow and a couple other oils. They never fried anything else in their fry oil, only French fries. They changed it, and since then, they are not the same. They are not as good. They are not real. All right, here's the next story. 1992, weren't I 6 years old? I was 11. Last Fraction Zero says later than 1992 in Canada, they had beef tallow inside the fries here until early 2000s. See, the thing is, when you fry a French fry, the moisture that's inside the potato leaves and it's replaced and infused with the oil that it's frying in. So when you fry it in beef tallow, you get that beef tallow flavor into the fry itself. Anyway, here we go. This is a weird story. So I wanted to cover it. I did this to prove a point. Mom arrested for posing as 13-year-old daughter at school. Arrested. A 30-year-old mother who was arrested after posing as her daughter at a Texas middle school says she did it to push for better security. So this mom is a super cuck, by the way. But the story's really interesting here. The story's really interesting. Casey Garcia, who jail records show is 4'11" and weighs 105 pounds, so she's small, was arrested on 1 count each of criminal trespass and tampering with government records, El Paso County Sheriff's Office officials said. She was arrested on an unrelated traffic warrant. Deputies were notified Tuesday by San Elizario Independent School District campus officials of Garcia trespassing on school grounds and posing as a student, Sheriff's Office officials said. Several posts were made on social media documenting her posing as a student. Officials said an investigation led to 2 warrants being issued for her arrest. In a YouTube video entitled "Why I Pose as My 13-Year-Old Daughter, a Raw But Real Answer," says she dyed her hair and used skin tanner to pose as the girl. Racist. Racism. She says that after she was asked for her ID number at the school and whether she had signed in, she was allowed inside. She said school staff were more concerned about her phone being out than who she actually is. She says she was the only student in one of my classes, adding, the teachers were so preoccupied with the students that were online, they weren't paying attention to the students that were there physically. She praises her daughter's teachers, stop, but says it is a problem at all schools. I bet you anything someone else can do this, she says in the video. This is why I did this, whether you agree with me or not. Later, she says, I think the deal breaker for me was actually walking in and posing as a 7th grader. I mean, I'm no spring chicken, but it wasn't hard. And I made it to all 7 periods until the last teacher, she was female, and said, Julie, can you stay after class? And I said, absolutely. She looked at me and she said, you're not Julie. 7 teachers. 7 teachers. She went to the school for 7 class periods with 7 teachers, and they did not know that that was their student's mom. Guys, it's fucking June. This is not it's not the first day of school. Shouldn't these teachers know? Like, this is someone in your class. No, I'm not, she says. She replied, I took off my mask, I took off my glasses, and I said, no, I'm not Julie, I'm Julie's mom. So she's wearing a face mask, but still, it's a face mask. You can still see people. You still see these people every day. Every day. She said, why? Garcia says, I think she was really mind-boggled, like she had no idea what the hell just happened. Well, she didn't, to be fair. I said for a social experiment, I wanted to see if I could make it the entire day without anyone noticing. I'd say up until 7th period, I think that's a very long day for a 30-year-old. Garcia says, I did this to prove a point. I proved that I could get through the public school system. I ate lunch without my mask on. I mean, I thought that was going to be the deal breaker, but it's not. Appearing to remark on the feedback she has received online, she says, somebody commented that I look 35. That was rude. Nailed it. Nailed it. And as for people who say the situation is nuts, she says, absolutely it's nuts because you don't understand my integrity, don't understand why I did it, or if there was a real reason, or if there wasn't. Frankly, I don't care that she went to the school. Like, a parent went to the school. Oh, no, trespassing. Wait. Huh? I mean, she clearly wasn't being disruptive. So, she explains her motivation. I'm telling you right now, we need better security at schools. She says in the video, this is what I tried to prove. I kind of feel like I proved it. So her point was mass shooters. That's the point she was making. And that's where I fall off of this thing. Here's where I like it up to here. And then here, I think it falls off the rails because that's stupid. She said that during her day at the school, she was nervous, had trouble breathing, and wanted to throw up after every class. Calm the fuck down. As to why she stayed, she said, I stayed because, look, no one noticed I was there. That is a problem. I agree. She says, it was, hey, put your phone away. I was not a name. I was not a person. I was, hey, put your phone away. So she's on her phone. They're telling her to put her phone away. They're not looking at who they're doing it. She says, she then talks about mass shootings. So this is where I'm going to stop the article because this is where it stops being interesting. Look, if a mass shooting is going to occur, it's not going to occur because a 30-year-old passes himself off as a 13-year-old. That is not the mass shooting problem. That is trying to extrapolate a 30-year-old passing themselves off as a 13-year-old and no one noticing is not a mass shooter problem. Mass shooters happen without this. In fact, the only time that this would be a problem is if a 30-year-old disguised themselves as a 13-year-old to mass shoot a school. But if a 30-year-old wanted to mass shoot a school, they could just go mass shoot a school. You don't have to get through a school day to do it. That is not the issue here. The issue goes back to public schools and the problem with public education, teachers' unions, and the system that we have built. They don't know your kids. They don't care about your kids. Now, yes, there are a few teachers there who do know your kids, who do care. I get it. In general, they don't. They're a job. We treat teachers as if they're the most noble profession, the most ordained of sacrificial lambs, giving all of their time and energy to this noble education thing. It's not reality. It's propaganda. The idea that the public school system profoundly and deeply cares for your children has been pushed and pushed as a narrative forever. And routinely we can find out that it's not true. It's not true. It's not real. Again, there are individual teachers who are great. There really are. There are individual teachers who genuinely care. I know some. I have in life run into teachers that I had 10 years prior, and they remember me. We talk about stuff. It's cool. They like to see what happened in my life. That's amazing. There are those teachers. There are plenty of teachers I would suggest the majority of them have no idea. Not that they should remember me 10 years later. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying there are teachers right now who don't know the kids in their classroom because they have no reason to. Their customer is not the child. Their customer is the state. Their customer is not the parent. Their customer is the state. Their employer is the state. Their ownership is the state. At a private school, you know, they may owe allegiance to the private school, but the private school, their allegiance is to the paying parents. The parents have to pay the school. If the teacher's actions reflect negatively on the school, the parents don't pay the school. The public school system, there is no choice. You don't have a say in a teacher being a good or bad teacher. The state does. Their allegiance is to the state. They do standardized testing. They pass the standardized testing. This article is just, it's one of many, and all of this stuff, her stupid motivation is, I'm going to expose the bad Second Amendment. Okay, fine. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to show that a kid can shoot up a school like by posing as your daughter, because kids have shot up schools. That just happens. It happens. It's awful when it happens, and we have to deal with those things. This is not the way, and this is not the reason. But the public education system needs to be condemned repeatedly for how awful it is. And there are good teachers out there who know this. They know it. They work within the system. It's a system that exists. It's not necessarily their fault, but it is ours. It is our fault. We are the ones who keep putting our kids in these schools. We are the ones who keep feeding the system. Do your kids a favor. Do your kids a favor. That's all I'm saying. She's also against backpacks, so anyway. Wouldn't what the mother did actually prove that a pedophile could infiltrate as a student and kidnap children? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't think the Hello Fellow Kids school infiltration, the Never Been Kissed movie, like, I don't think that is a preeminent problem in the American education system. Like, this is the farthest thing down the line. Until we start finding out that kids are being taken by adults posing as students, I'm not worried about it. I really do not think that that is an issue in any way at all. Like, her exposure of the security of this school system is not of paramount concern to me. She's a 4'11", 100-pound woman. Look, I cannot pose as a 13-year-old boy. I'm 6'2", almost 200 pounds. It doesn't work the same. She is anomalously small, and she is far outside, and she is likely less of a danger to students in this way. Like, if this chick wanted to sexually abuse young male or female students, she would just do it the old-fashioned way that women have been sexually abusing male students forever. She just offers them sex. Like, that would be, if you're a 30-year-old short, thin woman and you want to have sex with an underage kid, you probably can just do it by just being there and being naked. It's not that hard to get into a teenage boy's pants, I'm gonna guess, as a woman. I think they manage it all the fucking time. So I'm not really concerned with this security aspect that she brings up. Teachers have sex with male junior high students all the time. It's almost like they have raging hormones and they are wildly horny at all moments. And any woman who takes off their clothes, it doesn't matter what they look like, that kid given the opportunity will get in that ass. They'll just do it. They do it all the time. And if you were 14 or 15 years old and some 30-year-old, 4'11", 100-pound chick, I mean, all we have is her mugshot here. She's not hideous. She's not hideous. Like this, and this is just some random picture of her. If she's done up in makeup, I mean, any teenage guy is going to be into a girl that looks like this. Yeah. I mean, whatever you feel about her now, you couple in 14, 15-year-old hormones, you're game. You're golden. And again, this doesn't have a body shot, but she's, 100 pounds, 4'11". I mean, she's not huge. Not huge. Cat Trout says, my 7-pound dog was sick a few years ago. She lost 2 pounds. One of the few things she would eat was the grilled chicken from Chick-fil-A. I guess my chicken wasn't as good, or she is just spoiled. She's 16 years old. There you go. It's probably the honey, man. They put, that's the thing. I don't like Chick-fil-A chicken because their batter has like a honey in it, a little sweetness. I don't like that sweetness to it. It's not my thing. I like spicy and savory more than I like sweet. I don't think it's particularly bad. It's just not my thing at all. Bojangles? Yeah, like Bojangles. You're such a picky bitch. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't dislike. It's just I prefer other stuff. I don't think it's the pickle juice. I've brined chicken in pickle juice before. It doesn't taste like Chick-fil-A. There's something sweet in their breading, in their batter. And I'm just not a big I'm not a big fan of the sweet. I don't like Asian sweet Szechuan shit. I don't like my dinner food. I don't want it to be sweet. I really don't. I'm not a fan of sweet foods at dinner. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Put some CBD oil on it, huh? Okay. Okay, asshole. I see you. I see your message. All right, we got where did it go? Oh, wait, I do have another OnlyFans thing. Before we get to Trump's pants, let's do this other OnlyFans story. These broads need to stop. These broads need to stop. Cyberpunk, I wouldn't say I love the pork belly burn-ins from Killen's Barbecue. Maybe I did say that. I don't know. I don't remember what they taste like. I like brisket burn-ins a lot. Pork belly burn-ins, they do. I don't remember if they had a sweet glaze. Look, I can make exceptions, but generally speaking, I'm not a fan of the sweet at dinner. Here we go. Here we go. Did Drax tell you about all these OnlyFans stories? No, they're just showing up in my news feed all over the place. Here we go. T-Mobile employee files suit after HR asked invasive questions about her OnlyFans account. Caitlin Stevens was trying to report a male colleague for physically threatening her. So here's the question. They never say her OnlyFans name. I tried to find it, couldn't find it. Couldn't find her OnlyFans. Don't know what she looks like. But if anybody has information leading to the OnlyFansing of Caitlin Stevens, we always got to know what they look like. A sales rep at a T-Mobile store in Fort Worth, Texas, has filed a gender discrimination suit against the company after a member of the HR team inappropriately questioned her about having an OnlyFans account. Now, this is of course, this is biased, right? Already inappropriately questioned her. Why is HR asking you about your OnlyFans account inappropriate? What makes it inappropriate? I mean, they're saying this is inherently inappropriate. I have no idea why this is inappropriate, because HR has every right to ask you about side gigs. Anybody who's worked in corporate America knows that if you have a side hustle, HR can ask you about that side hustle. All of them. And they're gonna, because maybe you're doing the side hustle on company time. Well, that's not really fucking allowed, is it? OnlyFans is not just social media. It's not just like, oh, well, do you have an Instagram or something? And by the way, companies can have a no social media policy. No Instagram, no Facebook, or limit how you post. They can do this. But this one involves currency exchange as well. This one involves making money. And you may be making money on company time. That might be against your employee handbook. All right. Caitlin Stevens had been working at T-Mobile for nearly 7 years when a male colleague became angry with her about how she was handling a customer interaction. The complaint says he approached her in, quote, in a physically aggressive manner. He approached her in a physically aggressive manner. I guess it is Pride Month. So his dick is in the physically aggressive manager when he approaches her? Is that what's going on, or is he fisting the manager? I'm not quite sure. Forcing a coworker to step in and stop the man from hitting her. Was he gonna just punch a bitch on the sales floor of a T-Mobile? Where? You treat that customer right. You treat that customer right. What was gonna happen? Was anybody screaming world star? What? Stevens reported the incident to the store manager rather than disciplining the male colleague who'd allegedly tried to hurt her. Did he, though? Like, did he? I mean, she's saying that. The manager relocated Stevens to a different location, according to the complaint. The location got less foot traffic, resulting in fewer sales for employees. Stevens said, I did not feel like it was fair that I went to a slower location based on what had just happened, she explains in an interview with The Verge. When Stevens submitted a complaint to HR, a man on the team called her and began asking questions about her personal life, including whether she had a sugar daddy and whether she had an OnlyFans account. Stevens was shocked. I immediately started crying. Stop fucking crying. When women find out that crying does not stop what happened, that'll be the greatest day on earth. We can all move on. We can all move on when women stop the Just immediately stop crying. She tells The Verge, I told him I did not feel comfortable, and he still continued to ask the questions. I was crying. Why did he keep asking questions? He needed answers. Stevens, according to Stevens, the male HR rep says, we've heard that you have an OnlyFans account. Is that true? Then he added, we've heard that people have seen nude pictures of you. Stevens says the questions felt violating. I felt sexually harassed. I felt uncomfortable. Lady, if you are putting your tits out on OnlyFans, you're not being sexually harassed if your employer says, do you have an OnlyFans account? Are there a bunch of nudes? Like, we have to manage this workplace environment. That's not sexual harassment. This is probably the one specific person who is not sexually harassing you by asking these questions. But you know what happened, right? Her side hustle got exposed. She's facing job loss. Her only option now is to cry and sue. The nature of the questions when I'm literally reporting a physical assault is not okay. Stevens' attorney, Vincent White, a partner at White, Hilferty, and Albanese, says the incident shows T-Mobile sided with Stevens' male colleague over her. T-Mobile chose to stand with a man who had a history of violence in the workplace over a woman who was a high performer at the company for 7 years, he said in a statement. Caitlin Stevens' personal life had nothing to do with store operations, while threatening coworkers with violence hinders the productivity and well-being of the entire workplace. You can tell this is an attorney who's never worked a blue-collar job in his life, right? How many, show of hands, how many of you have been threatened with violence at the workplace to get you to fucking do your job better? Anybody out there been threatened with violence by a coworker or a boss? I have been threatened with violence. I'm guessing anybody who has ever worked a retail job has been threatened with violence. This guy, the whitest of collars here. I had to, I worked at a movie theater when I was young, and I had a lead, not a manager, but a floor lead who, kept threatening me with, all sorts of stuff. He was rude. He was a dick. We were in high school. Like, he was in the same high school as me. So I grabbed him by the throat one day and I put him down on the counter and I told him to back the fuck off. Right? Leave me the fuck alone. It's in the middle of the day. There's a bunch of customers around. He got wrecked, and he didn't see it coming. This guy was way bigger than me. It was a gamble. Because, he was bigger than me, and I caught him by surprise, and I put him on his back with my hand around his throat. Because what else was I going to do? This guy was bullying me as a boss. Did I cry and go to HR? No. What the fuck are you crying and go to HR? What are you going to do? You got to put a stop to this shit yourself. You have to. But look, that was not the first or last time I was threatened with violence at a workplace. I mean, again, if you worked in a retail job or you worked at any low-income job, you have low-income managers too. Like maybe you have good managers. Maybe they're good people. Most of mine were, but some of them are degenerate assholes. Like that. The sales managers are almost guaranteed to be degenerate assholes. That's how they became sales managers. It's a feature. So, this whole idea, threatening coworkers with violence. Oh my God. Work in a shop of some sort. This isn't the first time that a woman has been shamed or retaliated against for having an OnlyFans account. Look where they go to. Do you guys remember this story? In April 2020, BuzzFeed's News reported that a mechanic in Indiana was fired from her job after her bosses found out she was making amateur porn on OnlyFans outside of work. Liars! You liars! She was doing it in the shop. She was shoving a screwdriver, the back end of a screwdriver, from the fucking mechanic shop that she worked at into her vagina in the bathroom at work during work. Don't lie about this bitch. Don't lie about her. She's in the bathroom stall during work hours, shoving implements into her hoo-ha and her hee-hee, and we're out here. Oh, outside of work, she had an OnlyFans. It wasn't outside of work. This is company's problem. Also, I'm pretty sure she was wearing her fucking uniform while doing it. I had the guy on. I had her coworker on the show. We talked about it. That was an interesting stream, by the way. This is complete fiction. Did this get talked about before? Yeah. I had the guy on the show. It was April 2020 is when it happened. So it was sometime around April 2020 that I had the guy on the show. You could probably find it going back through there. Good luck. In December 2020, the New York Post tried to out an EMT who was making ends meet through OnlyFans. Whatever the New York Post was trying to do here backfired. The publication was widely criticized for doxing someone simply trying to earn a living, according to Rolling Stone. Oh, yes. Who is this? The Verge? Yeah, you've never tried to dox anybody, The Verge. The incidents point to how far some companies will try to go to control the lives of their workers while also refusing to pay people enough to allow them to maintain a single stream of income. This chick is a salesperson at T-Mobile. She activates your cell phone at a T-Mobile retail store. This is not like someone who is giving you financial advice, managing assets. She's not landing whales for T-Mobile. She's not fraught with technical know-how. This is not someone who has certified hours in several different technology standards. This is a retail employee. They deserve no pay. They should work for free. This is coming from someone who has worked retail. It is a job, and you should be discouraged from working it as hard as possible. This is not someone with some massive, unique skill set. Maybe she has a massive set that she shows on OnlyFans. I don't know. And Sam DVX, we're getting there. This is ridiculous. They pay people plenty for their job. She activates phones all day. That's what she does. She puts on screens. She sells USB cables. She activates phones. It's great. It's a great job for a lot of people. And a lot of people actually do make a good living doing that. And they make their life doing that. And they work up to store manager. They work up into corporate if they want to do it. That's the corporate structure of a retail sales company. You start off on the sales floor, busting your ass forever. And then you try and move on, or you don't. It's up to you. She's been a retail salesperson, a high performer for 7 years, and she's stuck on the floor. That's choice, buddy. That is choice. That is not. You are not a high performer in a retail sales position staying at that place aside from choosing to stay there? If you're actually a high performer. My guess is she's not a high performer. The odds are against her. I have a 98% chance of her not being a high performer. It's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Stevens turned down a settlement in order to speak out about what happened. No, she turned down a settlement because it wasn't enough money, and her lawyer told her she could squeeze it out. Because guess what? Her lawyer is probably savvy on what OnlyFans and what this story will do. Her lawyer says, look, you can settle for $55,000. Okay? You settle for $55,000. It's a good move. Gives you a buffer. You can go ahead. You can get something nice. You can pay off some debt and you can find a different job. It'll be great. You'll be under NDA though. You can't talk about this. Or we run this story to some progressive media outlets. We get you trending on Twitter and TikTok about how your OnlyFans that you use to support yourself because T-Mobile won't pay you enough was defeated by a male coworker who was trying to beat you, and your OnlyFans. Do you think you can out-earn $55,000 with this publicity to your OnlyFans? Do you think you can do that? And she goes, my vagina is ready. And that's that. Done. Guaranteed. Tons more money from the story and the support and the simping that will come from her OnlyFans than will happen to this. Again, if I'm sure it's out there somewhere. If her OnlyFans gets out, she'll make a fucking fortune. The mechanic from Indiana, her OnlyFans went up to 5 figures a month. $5 figures a month. That's exactly what I would say. It's exactly the advice I would give. But she's not doing it to speak out about what happened. Come on. I think she chose a much harder path here. Harder for a bunch of simps. But she realizes that this is indicative of a broader trend that many women are facing and feel strongly about changing the culture by telling her story. Says Ariella Steinhorn, founder of Lioness Strategies, a communications firm assisting in Stevens' case. I fucking just called it. The bitch has hired a PR firm. A PR firm to pimp her OnlyFans. She hired a pimp. Done. Done. Stevens has taken a medical leave of absence due to the stress of the situation. Looks like too big of a dildo, maybe. In a statement emailed to The Verge, T-Mobile spokesperson said, "We take matters like this seriously and worked with the employee to investigate her claims. We found they had no merit." Let's check this out, shall we? Let's see this communications firm. Here we go. Lioness Strategies. Lioness Strategies. The right story will move people to buy products, invest in companies, write articles, or join movements. The right story, by the way, Lioness Strategies, I can almost guarantee you, paid The Verge for this. They paid them to write the article. if you don't know, there's a cottage industry that is dedicated to selling product stories to newspapers and articles. They are dedicated to selling them. How do I know this? I know this because I almost did this job. I went to orientation. I decided I didn't want to do it. It was a sales job. It was not a job I wanted to do. But the sales job is simple. No, these are not sponsored. They're different. What you do is you develop relationships. You develop relationships with journalists and primarily with editors of publications. Take them out to drinks. You hang out with them. You schmooze with them. Wine and dine them. And then when you have a story about a product or a business, you pitch it as, we want to get this story out. And the story is an ad that is written but it's a news story. It's a news story. So you write the ad like a news story, but that news story focuses on features and whatever, and you do it. This is it. This is it. They help draft the story. That story prompts an article. Because you know what the best thing is? When you are a freelance journalist and you don't have to write the story. They give you the story and they give you money, and then you submit the story to your employer, who also gives you money. Nailed it. Look, $150. Here's the story. Here's the story template. Maybe fill it out with a couple things that you're going to do. Go ahead and submit it to the editor. The editor takes it. Bam. Done. Stories published. You got paid twice. Great job. You didn't really have to write the article. Maybe make some stylistic changes here and there. Add some details, add some opinion. Done. It's easy money. Easy money. Lioness Strategies partners with brands and leaders to discover and tease out compelling stories, connect those stories with the right journalists, and share those stories with the audiences that matter. We work with companies and organizations with a proven social impact or civic mission, women and minority-owned businesses, underrepresented founders with untold stories. Publications we have worked with. By the way, if you think this is limited, The Atlantic, Fortune, Forbes, CNN, CityLab, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, now this. I don't know who TC is. New York Times, Fast Company. Clients, Ford. Let's see, who else do I recognize Ford. I don't recognize these others, but maybe you guys do. Develop your own brand story, campaign building, press outreach, ghost writing, and editorial. We serve as a writing partner to flesh out your arguments and craft an article or opinion piece that gets published, amplifying your message and establishing your brand. Media training, website strategy, partnership building. This is just, people don't know that this is a thing. That when you're reading a newspaper, that half the shit in there is an ad. It doesn't look like an ad, but it is. It's an ad. It's pitched by a company. That's where they get their stories. It's really fucking hard for journalists to go around and find all the stories they write. It's a hard thing to do. Take it from me. I'm a guy who just talks shit for a couple hours every night. It's hard for me to find all the stories to talk shit about. But anyway, so this OnlyFans is it's devastating to women. It's devastating. Women having cameras with internet access it's honestly, my point on this, lots of jokes tonight, of course, but it is literally devastating women. It's destroying who they are. Call me traditional, but my belief about men is that I'm not saying that this is what we do now, because I don't think it is anymore. It's not what we do now. The world has changed, but I believe that we are designed to protect and provide for women, and that women are designed to complement and provide children for the species. And that is best when they find the best protector. When they find the adequate protector to take care of them, take care of their offspring, and to keep things going. That's what I believe about how men and women are supposed to work. And I know all of the Drex pilling and all that stuff. I'm not even talking about how things are today or whatever. Women with access to cameras that do things publicly have severely impacted society in this way. Because what is the sanctity of what a woman has and what she protects and what a man is eventually supposed to help take over protecting, that is now being just distributed for $1, $2, $5 at a time. And there is no security occurring. There's only this false security. It's a financial blanket, and it buys a lot of things. It buys a lot of illusion, but it doesn't actually provide the literal physical security that men are supposed to do. But the screen, that break between the actual physical interaction that you would normally have, that breaks the brains of the men and the women involved. When the women have all of the simpery, the simp army throwing money at them, they get, through a large pool of resources, little bits at a time, to get this sort of security that they're looking for. And then they don't seek a proper security providing partner. And the men who are able to, through very small amounts, provide for these women, it tricks their brains into thinking that they're following their biological imperative to supply security and protection for a woman. And then they don't do it either. And they don't seek a quality partner either. They go based off of the visual cues that we usually use. These things are attractive to me. These make a good partner to create life with. These things make me sexually aroused. All of those things that they normally do, they see those, but then they never get the benefit. They don't get the offspring. They don't pass on their genetic lineage. They don't provide the fulfillment that giving security and protection to someone else as a biological imperative actually provides. It's a short hit, and then it forces them to give another $2, another $2, another $2. It's fucking messing with us, man. It's messing things up. And it's crazy. Attractions are racist and transphobic now. Yeah, they are. And that's because attraction is cheap, right? Attraction used to cost you a marriage. It used to require you to commit. I'm gonna put on the gambling block half of what I will own, half of what I'm worth. I'm gonna put that down. That is my stock in this relationship. That is what I am willing to put down, half of everything. A lifetime of headache and heartache is on the line. That's how carefully I picked my partner. Today, $5. $5. All right, I'm pouring the 1K shot right now. Satanic Potato says, on the subject of violence in the workplace, someone once ran me over on purpose with a 500-pound cart and tried to kick me while on the ground. I had to defend myself, lol. He went home without a job and a bloodied face. Nice. Get it. Get it. All right. To close off that last segment, the OnlyFans segment. I mean, that was a long rant, but here's the other part of that. I mentioned this part the other day, but in case you missed it, I want to mention it again because it's important. The people who want these women to be insulated from their choices are the same people who say that a tweet 5 years ago, a picture, a photograph, a joke, a line from a show, a line from a podcast, that is sufficient to make you not only unemployed, but unemployable for the rest of your life. The same people who believe that want to somehow convince you that actions have consequences, right? Your speech has consequences. However, they are not willing to have consequences on OnlyFans speech. They're not willing to do that. They will excuse. You know why? You know why? You know why it is. Because everybody making this argument is a beta with a fucking anal plug in at all times. Period. That's it. That's it. They are the no chin simp. They are the soy faced fucking weirdo. They are these people. And because that's who they are, they will excuse female behavior. Look, I don't care if this sounds patriarchal or not. It doesn't matter, folks. We're talking about the species now. Men are also there as a stopgap to fuckery. That's part of the security. Women are too, by the way. Men will jump off a bridge without a rope tied to their feet because they think it's funny. They're like, yeah, I can land in that 3 inches deep creek. Of course I can. Woo! And they jump off the bridge and they die because they get drunk and they think it'll be fucking cool. We do that shit all the time. Yeah, I can hold this firework in my mouth. That's awesome. And then a woman comes along and she's like, what the hell are you doing? You have your kids watching. And really, your kids are watching is actually, your kids aren't watching you with a Roman candle in your mouth. Your kids are in bed. You're having a Roman candle fight like a proper adult alone with your friends. And you put the Roman candle in your mouth and one in your friend's butt because why not? And you start firing these things off and you're like, this is funny because it is funny. And then a woman comes along and it's like, what are you fucking doing? Your kids are going to see this. No, they're not. And they're like, your kids are going to see this. That's the code word for you to stop being retarded because you're going to die. Okay? Women shit check men too. But men also shit check women. And these beta simps who want access to women for $2 and $5 at a time to the most sacred, intimate avenues of the woman. Because remember, they're not just getting vaginal pictures and tit pictures. It's not what this is about. Because the true kings, right? They're getting the girlfriend experience. They're entering in to a direct message relationship, like that math teacher we saw. They're getting personalized treatment. This is what really brings guys in. If guys want to see tits, they go to Pornhub. If guys want a girlfriend experience, they go to OnlyFans and see far lower quality tits, but they get a direct message. They get a direct message. They get private interaction. Now, it's probably farmed out to some fucking Ukrainian site full of men typing weird sexual innuendos to these guys. They don't care, because to them, it's the girl on screen. Not realizing like just how impossible it is. Trust me, from a very personal standpoint of being on social media, having any appreciable amount of followers, it's been impossible to keep up with the amount of messages that I get on a daily basis for years now. There's no way these girls are doing it. They contract it out. It's pretty simple. It's a cost of business. It's not very expensive either. So that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about the most intimate parts of a woman. They're getting this pseudo relationship. It's not just their nakedness. It's not just their female form. It's the inside. It's short-circuiting everything. This is messing with humanity at a core fucking level. And it's really, really scary. And I have problems with this because I am a free speech absolutist. I really do. I'm like, yeah, do it, girls. Go get it. But at the same time, like, I see the damage that it's doing, and I'm tempted to say, please fucking stop. Because this is really, really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, we've got a couple justice chats that came in here that I want to get to. We've got Joseph Kerwin. He says, snorting pre-workout or scooping, as the kids say, is the new dangerous trend among teens, but it has some parents up in arms. Stay tuned to find out where you can get that sweet, sweet powder after these messages. So thank you, Joseph Kerwin. Sorry I didn't catch that one earlier. I tried to, but the thing didn't update. Xander Vickers Ralph says, I am so proud of my gunt daddy for bullying T-Clips off YouTube, Metro Fembot off Twitter, and some 20 sub nobody off of Odyssey after saying people were okay to clip his content for years. You'd think someone so fat would have such thick skin. Mundane Ralph. Oh man, is Ralph doing that shit? That's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Ron Crossman, I am not doing a watch party tonight. I'm supposed to be playing video games this week because they got canceled last week, but because of my hardware woes, I'm going to be troubleshooting my hardware after the show. Get this thing up and running for tomorrow. All right. This is from NPR News. Look at how this is actually written. Actually, Trump was not wearing his pants backwards at a weekend rally. You know why? Live stream the tech fix? No. You know what? Why? Because they all believed that Donald Trump was wearing his pants backwards. Here he is. Here he is. He's got wrinkles there on his pants. This is part of the conspiracy that apparently because he has wrinkles on the front of his pants, he was sitting on them and then turned them around. Do these fuckers know what it's like when you're fatso? Like, my pants are wrinkled right now. Former President Donald Trump transfixed a sizable part of the nation over the weekend. Not through his words, as he has often done, but because of his pants. Nope. Actually, Trump didn't transfix a sizable part of the nation. You fucking weirdos did. Nobody on earth is like, no serious person's like, oh man, I bet you look at Trump's pants, is he wearing them backwards? Or more specifically, because of unusual wrinkles in Trump's pants that people struggled to explain. Sit down in suit pants and they will wrinkle where your fucking legs bend. This is not weird. If you sit down, your pants wrinkle where your hips are because that's where your body bends. And the fabric, unless every time you sit down, you like stretch it out and move it away. Like you have to actively prevent the wrinkle. The focus on Trump's attire overshadowed his speech Saturday night at the North Carolina Republican Party state convention, as people weighed an unlikely question. Could the former leader of the free world be wearing his suit pants backwards? The answer is obviously fucking not. Look at the picture. Of course he's not. No, Trump did not wear his pants backwards. Snopes declared on Sunday, after reviewing 90 minutes of footage. 90 minutes. They looked at his crotch for 90 fucking minutes. Trump couldn't have begged them to do something this fucking stupid. Staff at the fact-checking site also acknowledged that many of us might be thinking, that there is surely a better use of time. It added in a tweet, but we check what people ask so. Does it say us ask? Yep. Yes, this is perhaps not the way we wanted to spend our Sunday, but we check what people ask so. How about throwing a few bucks our way so we can be here for the next breaking controversy? Anybody who does this should be shot. Snopes' finding has taken only a bit of air out of the frothy speculation over Trump's curiously wrinkled trousers. Public theorists, too many to count here, aired the possibility that Trump had some sort of accident that made the front of his pants unpresentable. The former president's critics suggested he might have simply been unaware that he had put his pants on the wrong way around. This is what they literally think. They legitimately believe that Donald Trump was too stupid to wear his pants. A man who has worn suits basically every day for the past 30 years. They think he was too fucking dumb to put his pants on forward. Others went to the archives, noting that in 2017, two members of Trump's inner circle, former White House Communications Director Hope Hicks and former Trump's campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, reportedly used a steamer to take wrinkles out of Trump's pants while he was wearing them. Yeah. Yep. Yes, because the man is a billionaire and is used to presenting himself wrinkle-free. Wonder if they considered the challenge of putting on suit pants backwards. Yeah, no, of course not. Was this written by a woman? No, Bill Chappell. I figured it was written by a woman who doesn't have a penis. Maybe Bill Chappell or Bill Chappell doesn't have a penis. That's the only thing I can think of. You can't put suit pants on backwards. Your dick gets shoved. They don't fit right. They don't fit right. Men's pants are built with extra room in the front because we have a dangly thing up there. But also, Snuggle Struggle points out, zipper and button. You'd have to zip up from behind and then button behind your back and somehow not realize that you did that. The dumbest fucking... These are the dumbest people on the fucking earth. For the record, Snopes noted that wire agency photos of Trump on stage in Greenville, North Carolina, clearly show the former president on stage wearing pants with a zipper in the front. But with social media and the internet still buzzing about the site, only one thing is certain. Trump's pants, it turns out, have legs. If anyone was wondering how uncomfortable it might be to wear your pants backwards, Chris Mac Daddy Kelly of the rap group Crisscross once said that for him, the group's trademark reversal wasn't even noticeable. Did you see the pants Crisscross were wearing? Did you see? Are you this fucking stupid? Were they wearing suit pants? You fucking idiot. Look, I wonder why it wasn't noticeable. It's because their pants are below their penises. Are you fucking kidding me? Plus, their pants are way too big. They're way too big. What are you talking about? You fucking moron. Their pants don't even go up over their hips. Everybody always asks me that, Kelly said in 2013, but you have to understand, I've been wearing my pants backwards for 21 years. Stop. Somebody revoke this person's life card, for fuck's sake. "21 years. 21 years. 21 years. Their idiocy is old enough to drink liquor. Fuck's sake. I don't. Oh, nope. I just explained it. There it is. Problem fucking solved. Figured it out. No longer question why Bill Chappell is curious about this. Every fucking time. Do we have any selfies in here, Bill? A ramen story? That's what I'm interested in. I did not see that coming. God damn it. All right. I had another thing to pull up. Oh. Did you guys Did you guys see this Vaush clip? This is pretty funny. Here we go. This is from Stone Toss. This is pretty good.
So obviously the premise of this comic is ludicrous. If you're taking a look at the actual amount of violence committed, white nationalism does far more harm to the world than Antifa ever could. And we've yet to have an Antifa shooting. Antifa has yet to kill a single person. Oh, now they're killing people? Oh yeah, we're in the description. Oh god. Shh, don't worry about it. Dayton shooter. Anyway, this is a, so obviously the premise of
this
this comic.
is a liberal trying to get his point. Fucking kidding me. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Where was this one? Let's look at these. Kamala cookies. Oh, here we go. Yes, yes. Here we go. Protect the. Cover your heart. Kofe 2A wannabe Hunan Muhammad says those freaking morons are projecting Biden's dementia onto Trump. That way it makes them feel better. And Clement Poe says, I usually watch your streams at 2x after they're done, but today I caught up. Talk faster. Well, that's because you probably started a little bit. You started at the same time, but I started an hour later. So here we go. Look at this. Too many people are getting worked up over the Kamala Harris cookie drama. Stop talking about politicians. Stop it. Stop talking about this is a chosen politician. Stop it. A week after sending the internet into a tizzy over a Memorial Day tweet. Yeah, the one where she said, enjoy your Memorial Day. Because Memorial Day is supposed to be like, look, a lot of people see Memorial Day. I didn't harp on her for this. I didn't do it on Memorial Day. I'll do it now. Most people, for most people, Memorial Day is a day off. It's what it is. You go out, you grill, you spend time outside or hang out at the lake or whatever it is that you do. And you spend time with friends. It's a holiday. You take some time off. The purpose of the holiday, though, is to actually have a somber reflection and memorialization of those we've lost. Of veterans who have given their lives for the country. Now, most people who have not lost, especially now, right? Because the nature of military loss today is different than it was in 1952 or whatever. All right. You know, coming out of World War II, you have people who lost, like tons of people who had lost loved ones. Not as many now. Doesn't change the nature of the loss, just the number of people who have to think about it. So now, for military families who have lost someone, for military members who have lost a buddy, a comrade, right? Like it's a big day. It's an important and somber day to remember what they have given up, what they sacrificed so that we could not. But for most people, it's just a holiday, and that's okay. That's okay. For the government, it is not okay. For the government who takes these kids, promises them the world, sends them over, and then loses their life. The kid doesn't lose their life. The government lost it for them. Because the government owns you. You're in the military. They own you. They bought you. They paid for you. They pay a salary. They give you food. They give you board. They give you a GI bonus or whatever it is. They own you. They control what you say. They control what you do. They control how you think. They own you. And because they own you, they own the loss. It's theirs. Remember, the military doesn't lose their lives. The government loses the member of the military's life. It should always be that. We should always remember what a soldier was sacrificed for. It was for the government. It's not inherently good. It's not inherently bad. But if you have bad leaders, then that sacrifice means something different. It means that was abused, that was exploited. And that's what Memorial Day is for. The government should never, ever, ever treat Memorial Day or Veterans Day in any way other than with absolute respect for the full price paid, the full sacrifice taken, the full life expended for that government's purpose. The government should never have a moment of levity during Veterans Day or Memorial Day. Ever. Ever. It's been paid for in the blood of Americans. I'm going to forgive any citizen or civilian who hasn't lost anyone for going, yeah, man, I really like to just grill hot dogs with my family on Memorial Day. It's a fun time, good time, nice to have a day off. I guess I care about the military or whatever. I'm going to forgive them all day. Because if they haven't lost someone, it doesn't mean anything to them. I will never forgive the government. I will hold them to a higher standard. Of course, they're who the blood was the price for. I don't know if that was even English, but I think so. So anyway, Kamala said, Happy Memorial Day or whatever. You know what? Minecraft yourself, you fucking disgusting bitch. Just Minecraft yourself. No one wants to hear this shit at all. No one wants your opinion. If they wanted your opinion, they'd shove their dick in your mouth and listen to you muffle through it like they have your entire fucking career. You nasty, nasty, ugly woman. All right. Yeah, her line was enjoy the long weekend. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Vice President Kamala Harris apparently handed out cookies in her likeness to reporters on Air Force 2. Once again, there were way too many people with strong opinions screaming at each other online. Shut up, San Francisco Gate. USA Today reporter Courtney Subramanian shared a photo of the cookies in question, which are styled after the vice president's official White House portrait, while some conservatives offered more measured takes, pointing out that it's slightly strange and possibly narcissistic to hand out gifts modeled in one's own likeness. It was nothing short of an outrage to others. You know what? Put my fucking face on a cookie. But here's the problem. Her face isn't on the cookie. This is, guys, actually, let me change this up. This is the face that most men in Kamala Harris's workplace saw. A blank canvas for their artistry, if you will. For me, make me into a fucking cookie. Make me into a cookie, please. But this cum receptacle face of hers. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ad VP made an OTR visit to the back of the plane and delivered cookies decorated with the shape of her likeness as well as Air Force 2. Oh, yay. 2 pearl necklaces. She has 2. Ah! Ah! She has 2 pearl necklaces. Because of course she does. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Ugh. As a former military aide during the Clinton administration, I've never even imagined this level of narcissism. But I guarantee you saw that level of pearl necklace in the Clinton administration. Listen, I get bitches pearl necklaces all the time. They love them. They like to eat them after. It's like one of those fucking candy string necklaces to them, except a little drippier. Because I packed that vitamin E in there. Look, I put the rope and roping one out. Wrote former California congressional candidate Buzz Patterson. And all on your tax dollars, America, Democrats, even you can't be cool with this. Like, I'm not offended by the tax dollar expenditure of this. Like, that is the least concern I have about this. This says, who cares? She bought cookies in her image. Who, like that? This guy, who the fuck is Buzz Patterson? I'm going to find out. Who's this guy? This is the last thing on my list. I don't care at all about the... He's some former congressional person. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? The absolute last thing I'm worried about is her spending $50 on some fucking cookies. I don't care. It's make fun of the fact that she has 2 necklaces, that she has no facial expression at all. Like, what the fuck is this? Reporters did not share where the cookies came from, so there's no indication taxpayer dollars went into making them. Who cares about the tax dollars? I am not worried about individualized cookies. They spend way more on way stupider shit than this. That's a buka cookie. Republican National Committee and National Republican Congressional Committee also seemingly thought the cookies were a significant scandal worth highlighting in campaign promotions. Yeah, anything's worth highlighting. Anything at all is worth highlighting. These people are disgusting. But it's not because they spent taxpayer money on this. It's because she was so fucking socially unaware that she put 2 pearl necklaces on. She put cum on her own likeness. Bad Vibe says ZZ Top has her song. She wore a pearl necklace. Yep. Oh my God. I feel like I had one more story, but oh, I did. So, here you go. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have, there's a Twitter account, and it's actually embarrassing. It's an embarrassment of a Twitter account. It is one of these, one of several parody accounts of Devin Nunes. And you can tell that they're run by basically the same guy. Here's the problem with Devin Nunes's cow, we'll say, or Devin Nunes's alt mom. They're all basically run by the same guy. They talk with themselves, that's just weird anyway. But the problem is Devin Nunes is no longer a story. Devin Nunes is gone. Like, nobody is listening. He's not in the news. He doesn't matter. He's just there. But we'll bring this up. So I talked about Quinton Flynn and his situation the other day. He was in the chat, and that has made, you can't have Quinton Flynn in the chat. Let's see. Let's do this. I want to point something else out here. This is going to go deeper into the lore, but this is important to me. Because it's important to me, we're going to stick with this. Because this is ultimately, at the end of the day, my show, and I'll boomer it if I want to. All right. So Kick Vic posting their L's online made fun of the thread knot. They made fun of the thread knot, saying if you have to make a roughly 100 tweet long thread in order to simply prove your point, maybe the point you're trying to prove is a bunch of bullshit. Making fun of Greg Doucette. And Greg Doucette is a complete idiot. Oh yeah, I lost my train of thought because I've been drinking. Quinton Flynn was in the chat, and that made them upset because if Quinton Flynn was in the chat, then that means he somehow supports everything I've ever done automatically. But remember, this is all based on them hating Quinton Flynn. And it doesn't matter that he was in my chat. It just matters that he hates me. Okay? That's what we've got to get to here. So EBS says, I can simplify it since reading appears to frighten you. The plaintiff, his lawyer, his sissy online fanboy non-splainer. This is coming from this guy. This thing is apparently referring to me as a sissy. I guess. I mean, if that's what you want to do. But that's his thing. Okay. Business law, tomfoolery, terrible at video games, reasonable with a light snark glaze. I'm correct, but it's still not legal or financial advice. Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, God. Just fucking end my life with this thing. Retweeting Catherine Tewson. Ew. Ew. Okay, I gotta get back to this. And his pathetic fans are worthy of nothing but scorn. You don't need reading to frighten anyone. You could just pull up this ass bag picture. Hey, who's that? Who's this guy? Who's this handsome fella? Who's this definitely black man? That ass bag couldn't frighten anything but a bottle of cheap liquor. Now, this is where I have to step in. This is where I have to step in because this is the real problem. This is the real fucking issue here. These motherfuckers have accused me of drinking cheap liquor. All the time, they accuse me. This is a running theme. They're like, oh, he's got cheap liquor behind him. Cheap whiskey, cheap liquor, cheap. And then you know what I saw? I won't be able to pull this up. I won't be able to pull this up because it was so long ago. But Mike Dunford was talking to Akiva Cohen about what real expensive liquor would be, what should be on my shelf, because it's what's on their shelf. If I was a true connoisseur of fine liquors, this is what would be on my shelf. And let me just say, I have had the liquor in question. It's fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It's a fine liquor. However, these guys are talking about me drinking cheap liquor. What is their liquor cost? This is what they said. This is their go-to. This is their greatest liquor. This is their expensive liquor. A $70 bottle, the Balvenie Doublewood 12-year. Again, a solid liquor. These people pretend to be rich. They pretend online to be rich. This is the illustration. I have to point this out. Like, I've let this go for too long. These law Twitter lawyers think they have like a refined expensive palate, and they don't expect anybody to question it. But let's be real here. On the average day, that is the cheapest bottle on my shelf. Not because I'm a snob, but because I'm on a quest to drink a whole bunch of different types of whiskey. But a $70 bottle is not expensive. That's a reasonably priced, especially for a scotch, that's a reasonably priced scotch. It's a great, like, daily whiskey, sure. But they're saying this because they don't. The point of this is not to flex my whiskey taste. I spend too much money on whiskey. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's fine. I earn the money. I get to spend it how I want. They don't even realize that they're not drinking expensive whiskey. Breck, no. It was specifically the Balvenie Doublewood. It was this one. This is the bottle that they were talking about as how their refined tastes were so much better than my cheap liquor taste. They literally believe that this is the expensive whiskey. That should tell you all that you need to know about their quality of law. I would expect about any lawyer to upstage me in whiskey taste, in whiskey expense, legitimately, because a high-profile lawyer, they're pouring a scotch for a client that they just got $1 million settlement for, $2 million. The lawyer's taking home $300,000 to $400,000 from that settlement. The client is taking home the rest. Lawyer's going to share with them. You win a client $1 million suit. You take $300,000 of it and you give them $700,000. Are you going to give them a $70 liquor? Are you going to pour them a glass of $70 whiskey? No. You're going to pour them at least a $500 bottle. At least. And if you're not investing in proper whiskey relations here. I mean, these are pretend hippopotamuses. Over and over again, they are pretend hippopotamuses. And that's why I bring up this story. It's a reminder that they literally are pretending. They have no idea. They're not just pretending at their law careers. They're not just pretending. Something I have never once misrepresented the scope of my legal practice, scope of my experience. If I've never done it, I tell people I've never done it. I've never suggested that I'm like, oh, 50-year attorney with millions of cases. Nope. Never taken a case trial. Never had to. Not in, don't want to. Holy fuck. What a horrific ordeal that is as a solo practitioner. Don't want to do it. I would refer people out if they want to go to trial. I'm going to send them to a place with the resources to do it. If they don't want to go to trial, great. That's right up my alley. I can help you out. We can get this thing done. We can negotiate out good deals. I'm honest and upfront about all of this all the time. They have never been honest about their experience, about their incomes, about their lives. Why? They are embarrassed and ashamed. Looks like a picture of Drexel. That's because I was dressed up as Drexel. I was dressed up as Drexel. That was the joke. They're embarrassed and ashamed. They shouldn't be. They're lawyers. They worked really hard to become lawyers. Be happy with who you are. Stop lying. It's so fucking sad. Papa Vodka gonna sue you for libel slander. First of all, I rarely ever drink vodka. Second of all, I'm not drinking Popov vodka. I'm drinking proper cheap vodka. I'm drinking Tito's. Tito's is the best dollar for taste vodka I've ever had. It's fantastic. Why would you drink other vodka than Tito's? Maybe you want organic vodka, so you drink Ocean. You're up at $35 a bottle there. Very expensive. Why are you spending money on vodka? Just weird. Weird. But again, let me point out, they don't know. They don't know. They're like, I remember being in college, okay? I remember being in college and hearing Grey Goose is a really expensive vodka. And then you're like, oh man, Grey Goose, that sounds expensive. And then you go to liquor store, it's like $40 a bottle. And you're like, $40 is expensive? And I guess, okay. And then here we go. EBS, this guy says, Ricada is commonly obtuse, but notice it's Rico. So here's the thing. Apparently racketeering now. They're still sticking up on this because they're too retarded to understand that, yeah, no. Not even close. It's never Rico. Go worship White Hat's or Pope Hat's dick and understand that it's never Rico, you fucking idiot. But these people are literally stupid. No, I wasn't rolling in the dough in college. No. In college, I drank Sky vodka on the rare occasions that I drank, and then would occasionally splurge for the absolute. I was not buying Grey Goose there either. But when later when I would go in and look, I was like, oh God, I heard Grey Goose was expensive. It's like $40. And then whatever that is, this is them. They're, I said this is about Quinton Flynn, but it's not. There's another one about Quinton Flynn. Where the fuck is that? Let me find that real quick. Maybe that was in Discord. Stop lying. You drank White Wolf? Dude, no. So I did buy liquor for a cheerleading party one time. And you're going out and getting a bunch of liquor. And I asked some of the cheerleaders what they wanted. And they're like, get the cheapest vodka you can get. It's like, Okay. And they literally, I went to the I went to the liquor store and I'm like, look, White Wolf. It's like $6 a liter or whatever. Whew. Whew. Really nasty. God, it was gross. Okay, where is this? Where is this? Oh, I gotta find it. Was it here? Fuck, I don't remember where it was. Oh. Anyway, Armzgirl and other fat people got really mad about Quinton Flynn being in my chat. Someone actually archived all of Quinton Flynn's chats that he sent, which I would love to see it. I'm trying to figure out if I have it. I feel like it was. I thought I had it in fucking stream or in Twitter direct messages, but I guess I don't. Which is too bad. But anyway, Armzgirl was after it. They're all mad. They're all salty. They're going to be really salty. I'll get Quinton Flynn on the show and they'll be really fucking mad about it. And it'll be great. Because, hey, stop listening to these people. Stop listening to these people. They hate you. They want you to die. Stop listening to them. Your super chat's about Armzgirl. Damn, I wish I remembered where that fucking message was, whoever sent it to me. Let's see. Oh, yes, you did send me this super chat about Mars, or this message about Armzgirl. You did. I guess I'll bring it up real quick. Here we go. There you go. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month for Armzgirl. So, good job for her. Fucking disgusting, ugly ham beast of a thing. I'm pretty sure that the original photo there was still photoshopped. Well, whoever sent me the stuff about Quinton Flynn, thank you. I wish I had it pulled up. My all my windows got closed and all the rebooting. What the? Oh, memology. Why? Why would you do this to me? Disgusting. Let me see if it was in my email real quick. No, it wasn't there either. Fuck, I've checked all the places that I can think of that are easy to find. Oh, it might have been on Locals. Oh, did you guys see this? Eric Hunley. He did not bring this up on stream. Oh my God. So Eric Hunley, my buddy Eric Hunley, had that bitch Carol Baskin on the show. He had her on the live stream. And I got a little spicy with the super chats. I don't know if you saw this, but she said when she lost her husband in 2007 or whatever. And so I super chatted, "Where'd you lose him?" to check inside the Tigers. Look at her fucking face. I cannot believe this man pulled those. I sent two chats. In. The first one was RIP to the guy she fed to tigers. And then this was the second one. And I did not expect them to show up on stream. I had to go though. I couldn't sit and listen. So I did not know that he actually pulled it up on the stream. Oh God. I don't know if he actually pulled it up or if someone just photoshopped that in, but my God, I hope he actually pulled it up. Oh, it was great. Real quick. Here we go. We got all these things I forgot to cover. Whoops. This is a good OnlyFans one. Just a little joke. This is from my locals page, by the way. You should join me. ricadalaw.locals.com. ricadalaw.locals.com is where you can join in for some fun conversation. Keep the conversation going with full free speech. Locals doesn't care what you say. You can't post porn and you can't post actual threats of violence. Everything else is fair game. If you want to talk about Crisscross and their Catch You Next Tuesdays or whatever, you can do it. But here we go. I just did it for some extra money during quarantine, but it took off, so I do it here and there. It's not porn, and it's fun. Don't judge me. I don't judge anyone, but we're not going to dinner anymore. Wait, why? Because I have a fucking OnlyFans? No, I think that's pretty cool and entrepreneurial. I'm just not spending $200 in 3 hours of my night when I can see you naked for $3.99 right now. Oh my God, you fucking dick! Nailed it. Nailed it. Here we go. Here's a follow-up on a story we covered earlier. I don't know if you guys remember this one. Florida man who claimed girlfriend choked during oral sex because of his oversized penis is found not guilty of her murder. Richard Henry Patterson, 65, of Margate, Florida, was acquitted of second-degree murder in October 2015, asphyxiation death of Francesca Martinez. The defense said the prosecutors failed to make an adequate case. Martinez accidentally choked on Patterson's penis during consensual oral sex. Failed to call for help for at least 24 hours after she choked to death. That man, a true patrician, Chad. Let's see. Fuck. I cannot for the life of me find that damn Armzgirl tweet. I don't want to go through her fucking feed to do it though. Maybe I should. Here we go. Because why not? Since we're not doing a Twitch stream tonight because I'm going to troubleshoot this problem that I've got, we'll do this one. Let's see if we can find this. God, this is going to be fucking atrocious because it involves Armzgirl, one of the ugliest humans on the planet, who is also fat and with large arms. Here we go. Oh God, she's talking to A Park. This guy is barely even conscious. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the one we need to talk about. So, did he show up in the chat room of the dude who helped the Screamy Broccoli Man lose his lawsuit to do this? Look, if I was going to believe he didn't do things he was accused of, choosing to make friends with the alt-right reactionaries isn't helping. First of all, you weirdo, I wouldn't pass muster for alt-right. I'm a terrible alt-righter. Maybe you've seen the color of my best friend's skin. Really, I'm really bad at being alt-right. The difference is I don't treat the alt-right like they're not people. Big difference. Big difference. So that being said, here we go. So Quinton Flynn, voice of Axel from Kingdom Hearts and Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, made a guest appearance at a YouTube stream chat the other night and apparently lost his goddamn mind. I made a small highlight reel of his comments. Enjoy. This man is 56 years old. So the first one, of course, is not Quinton Flynn. It's actually Samantha. Let's take a look at this. This person, by the way, has been like clipping my streams or something. I think they're in the chat most likely every night now because they are getting attention off of covering me. That's embarrassing. You should probably find a better source who's more popular than me. But I guess if this is what does it for you, if this is the wave you want to ride, I mean, I would pick a better one. I'd pick a better one. So here we go. We're going to mute that because it's going to be copyrighted music. Oh, wait. Fuck. I didn't even see these. I didn't even see these quotes. There was no jerking off. Nick is trying to be entertaining. What's in that bottle, Nick? Uh-oh. Let's see. She was representing herself and out of her mind. Hi, Quinny. So that's his wife saying hi to him. That's cute. Hey, hun. I know everybody she contacted. Trains, planes, and automobiles or walk the Ankle Express. Yeah, she's being her own lawyer. Quinny Hart. Crumbrion is not Quinton Flynn or his wife. So how's that a highlight reel of his comments? That's weird. Sammy, love you. It was presented. Samantha Flynn says she put it there just saying. Ricada Law, Quinton and his wife are in the chat. No, the stalker is crazy. I'm Quinton's wife. That was just me testifying. Here it comes. Stalker. What's wrong with these comments? Does anybody know? Liar, yawn. I didn't break up with someone I wasn't in a committed relationship with. Delusional. I did not ask for sexual favors, Nick. Would phone sex help baby? That's not a sexual favor, by the way. It's a real Quinton Flynn. Men play women news at 11. That's my husband. It wasn't her husband when he did it. I didn't ask for sexual favors. And then apparently we've got some pictures or whatever. More lies. Do these Do these sad people think that asking for a nude is a sexual favor? Look, bitch, you can send me all the nudes you want. That's not a sexual favor unless your hand is doing the jerking. What is this? These are the saddest people. Their lives are so horrible. I can't. I feel so sorry for them. What do we got? Quinton Flynn, send a super chat if you want to read it, dear. Yeah, Quinton, what are you doing? Send a super chat next time. What the hell? We has loads of proof. Liar. What? How can you have proof of not canceling someone? Quinton is in the chat. I know. Yeah, Quinton Flynn, what were you thinking? Nick, you're misrepresenting me, you fool. Like I said, we're gonna have him on at some point, sometime. It'll be fun. I didn't do it, dummy. She was abusive, liar. There it is, delusional. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Finally, correct. Loco, internet stalking, correct. Quinn is in the chat. I know, Crumbrion, stop it. I only groom myself. I use hair product. 1 page for each personality. That's not grooming exactly. I was interested. It didn't work out. Then over. Normal. Sadly, she was wrong about my motives. My intentions with her were honest and pure. People are people too. Liar, liar. Okay, so we get the idea here. We get the idea. These people have... Wait, this person must have everybody. They must be in protected status. These people are so sad. Why isn't he taking his own abide and snorting it away? He's digging his grave further than I thought anybody could. I guess. Wait, he was on Ricada's live stream? That's a great look for someone who wants to clean up his image. Yep, he was trying to get his attention throughout the reading of the transcripts. Didn't work till he was done reading. It was sad, really. You know what's funny? These people don't know anything about... It shows all the time. They don't know anything about brand management or marketing. They think that being on my show is toxic to some sort of image. I'm sure there's someone out there for whom being on my show would be toxic to their image. Of course. Of course. That's true of everybody. They have literally no idea about brand management, about image, marketing. That you can tell they don't know that reaching thousands of people is beneficial to just about anybody. They have no idea. So back to this. No, God, please don't sue anyone. We are not doing this again. Quinton already got his victory in court. He doesn't need anything. He says he actually took his accuser to court and won, but I didn't see any of the court documents, so I have no idea what's happening. She posted them. What the issue is it wasn't about what he did. It was to stop her from speaking out. No, it was to stop her from contacting him and his family, because the person who did this was fucking crazy. Oh God. It appears to be that he filed for a temporary protection order based on her alleged stalking behavior, which, regardless of whether he won, would not establish anything she wrote was false. The soyest of cucks, by the way. The soyest of cucks. Jesus Christ. This thing is an embarrassment to humanity. I just want to end on that note. You don't even need to make law Twitter memes because they themselves are the memes in reality. They are manifest memery. By the way, he calls himself a lawyer. I don't believe his license is even active because he works in risk management. He does not practice law. But again, these people are stuck, ashamed of who they are. And it's really sad. Like, legitimately, I feel bad. I feel very bad for these people. For all that they say about me, for one, they don't watch the show, so they don't know. But they say that, for example, that I am latched on to an aging voice actor celebrity for my clout or whatever. Which, okay, I'll take your premise. Let's say that I am attached to Vic and that my clout is entirely on the coattails of Vic. I will accept that premise. You guys have latched on to the coattails of me under the same logic. And that is far more embarrassing than what you're accusing me of. That is way, way worse. Dear God, if I thought, let's see, what do I do to gain clout? And I latched on to the clout of Rekieta Law, I would kill myself unironically. Like, I'm like, this is my big shot. I would eat the 9mm. I don't know what else to do. I would take the real red pill. I would take I would take the green pill. The green tipped 556 pill. Because I'm just a guy on YouTube yelling. But if your standard is that somehow I'm latched on to Vic's clout, by that same standard, you're latched onto mine, and that is far more embarrassing than being latched onto Vic's. So I'll take the premise and just feed it back to you. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and do these chats. We'll get out of here. I don't understand how any of these people actually live. Wolfgang Deo says, I don't know how to explain it. It's such a silly way to approach things, Nick. You don't want to discuss it because your old GFX card works well enough. It doesn't, though. And you don't see is stupid, too, since you don't know my vision. Power supply, something simple. It's not the power supply. I likely didn't fully remove NVIDIA drivers or something. It's probably a driver conflict of some sort, is my guess. But that being said, there's no point in sitting talking with the chat who can't see about it. And if I can't explain it beyond literally all 4 of my monitors who were working for 1 hour with the graphics card in there, decided to stop working simultaneously and would not turn back on, there's nothing else to describe. So arguing with the chat would be pointless. There's nothing you can say to help fix it. It's a troubleshooting problem I have to do on my own. Chat tech support is terrible. Not because anybody's particularly wrong, but because there's so many people throwing out ideas that you can't get all of them. Trust me, I've tech supported chat a few times in the row. But no, you can't actually see what's happening here, and so you can't fix it. Rekka Wronghead says, Rackets, you're a technical boomer, and that is a problem. Lol, latent gay like Vic's pants. Also, have you heard of Twitter in Nigeria, where Twitter says social media is a fundamental human right? Finally, in Kermit, Twitter can suck my froggy nuts. Elden Ringling says, I doubt you could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring, shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you see it. Look up at the sky. It burns. Was there a new Elden Ring like trailer today or something? Gummy says in Jesse Ventura voice, so you're telling me that the government sent a man back in time to the Gettysburg Address and you have photographic evidence? Yes. Yes. Rekka Wronghouse says, smack my head. I don't know how else to dunk other than these. That sexy pic couldn't get a porn-deprived, horny teen aroused. Lady, please don't waste your money on lingerie. I date a pig, and even I couldn't get my froggy dick hard looking at that picture. Bad Dragonite says, hey, Nick, I found a guy who may make a good guest for online speech. It's a YouTuber called Plague Moth. He talks about disturbing online videos like gore videos. He doesn't show them, but he gets censored a lot for just talking. Seems like a pretty chill guy. Geo says, Nick, get trolled by this donation, you big-nosed bastard. Don't troll me through donations. How dare you? Bad Dragonite says, KFC is pretty good here. Then again, almost exclusively Southern black people work at the one I'm at, one here in town. You'll never convince me that any KFC is good. Kool-Aid Man says, oh yeah, Nick, so Three Musketeers and I are running a train on the Land O'Lakes lady, because she's got some free time now. And I learned something new. When she climaxes, tomahawk shoot out of her vagina. Let's just say the train became a one-on-one event. Weird. That one guy says, in addition, people feel like they're getting away with all this simping because the worst effects don't set in until the second and third generation. The molested stepkids, the lack of role models, and the fatherless daughters whose sons will become criminals. That one guy says, there are studies that show mothers who have impacted pregnancies due to drugs and alcohol end up having daughters whose children will be higher on the scale of aggression and criminality, nature or nurture, or messing up what makes humans sociable. Elden Ring. Ringling says, labels aside, what is your solution to the OnlyFans scourge, though, Nick? I don't have a solution. Shame. Shame is a solution. Shame is the ultimate solution. Let me change that. Shame solves everything. Shame everyone all the time. Make them feel bad about living. Shame them. They deserve shame. We've decided that shame is a bad thing. Shame is good. Shame promotes normative behavior. Normative behavior promotes stable society and moral society. Period. Shame fucking everybody. Look, oh, you're too small? Shame. Look, I was too small. Shame me. I'm too fat? Shame me. Shame everybody all the time. You're too fat. You don't have big enough muscles. You're not Chadley enough. Get shamed, you pussy. Get shamed. You're crying? Shame. You're fat? Shame. You're a simp? Shame. You're a fucking thought? Double shame. You're a whore? Shame. You're a slut? Shame. Slut, shame everybody. Shame everyone. Shame them. That's how we fix it. There you go. You're gay? Shame. How you going to even have kids? I'll adopt. Fuck you. No. Stop it. Bad Dragonite says, the other thing with the cookies is all the projection onto Trump of him being this horrible narcissist. This is who represents them. Yes, yes, yes. Penultima says, always fun to see them use the picture of prominent Black Lives Matter member Nicandron Ricatra. Yes. Bad Dragonite says proposal for Nick to start a whiskey review video series channel called Whiskey Relations. And then Test Not on Holiday says Marsgirl can reach at least 1,000 people without trying, and it's still not that helpful for her. Oof. Next we've got Kyle Bishop says maybe DOA is being unable to maintain signal and being no, I'm guessing this is a me problem more than a card problem, but we'll figure it out. Cody Dovin says wonderful surprise from Cyberfrog CG in your Twitter DMs. That was the Marsgirl pride flag. Brock M, thanks for the donation. Vacu Sigmago says gayness. New word. It's a new thing now. Carson Depp says, I taught my kids once is funny, twice is annoying, 3 times is a spanking. Political Latino says, do you think the Mayweather versus Paul fight was fixed like the November erection? I don't think it was fixed. I think boxing became too technical of a sport to make it exciting. By the way, I got my first YouTube strike for trying to host the fight last night. Well, yeah, that'll do it. I mean, boxing is a notoriously corrupt and fixed sport. Notoriously corrupt and fixed. But you don't need to fix boxing to get a Paul versus Mayweather result. You don't need to do anything special to it. It's just boxing as a sport has become so technical and so defensive that it's largely uninteresting. I'm not a big fan. And they have no incentive to knock each other out. Paul and Mayweather, either one winning, they take home huge amounts of money. They have no specific incentive to knock the other one out. Mayweather has no reason to turn on the gas and go after Paul. And if Mayweather turned on the gas and went after Paul, he's old, man. Paul might have been able to weather the storm and win because of that. It's a mess. It's a mess. Mayweather knocked Paul out. You can see him holding Paul up afterwards. Look, if a man can stand up after being knocked out, and if he can remain standing through the bell, then he wasn't, like, he may have been technically knocked out, but he wasn't knocked out. And he deserves credit. That's the only thing that you can do that from is training. Like, you have to train your body to react while your brain can't. And whatever you want to say about the Paul brothers, I don't like them. I don't care about what they do. They're legitimately in this thing. They're legitimately in this thing. They're doing it. They are acting as professional boxers too, and professional fighters. Like this weird, like, sudden Bushido code integrity of the sport of MMA and boxing is such fucking funny bullshit coming from these overgrown children who participate in the sport. The Pauls are playing the game exactly how any of these guys play the game. And they've chosen this path. They're training hard for it. They deserve everything they're getting. They deserve everything they're getting, and you can't convince me otherwise. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to contribute to it. I don't find it entertaining. But if people keep spending money, keep going. 100%. Next, Joe Sullivan says the vid card is like a lefty, doesn't work. Not applicable, says black lingerie matters. Look, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Not on that chick, though. Donut Swan says, I own Romantic Depot. Thanks for the plug, bro. Break Dance Express says, this episode of Arcade of Law brought to you by Romance Depot, America's #1 proxy sex shop. Elden Ringling says, ooh, Elden Ring. Kuranai 6942 says, Nick is Perry Mason tonight. I guess. Wolfgang Deo says, I wanted energy so I can work out. Then drink water, you German shepherd with nice tits. Don't drink coffee either. That is not energy. They're not as nice as you think. They're not as nice. That's the problem. Guys, she had fat girl angles. Stop it. Stop simping. Stop. Oh, God. They're not nice. They're not nice. Super Iron Bob says BK's chicken sandwich donations are honorarily to the GBLTS. Lone Wolf Ranger says CFA was funding Salvation Army, which gave to gay shelters. Then CFA got extorted by Rainbow. HRC employees shot up FRC in DC. Rotor 13 says, I wouldn't doubt that sales didn't actually change or possibly lowered. Had these companies not bothered to comment or take any stance, no one would really care as equally. No one cares today. It's Burger King. Nobody cares what they think about gays. Nobody. Snuggle Struggle says they chemically peel every tiny bit of meat off the bone because it costs less for them to dump chicken in a vat, not pay employees to make it natural. Godwin D says, I used to work at KFC. The pies are made with leftover chicken from the night before. It's deboned by the closers and left in a bag for the morning crew. Fighting Slug says, I got food poisoning from KFC pot pie when I was a kid. My mom complained. The manager just said, yeah, we've been having problems with our freezer. AJ says, did you hear about the police lieutenant that was charged for several sex charges in Chesapeake, Virginia? Crazy case? No. Nope. Haven't heard of it. Bad Dragonite says, unironically, the how's it going fellow kids meme. Yep. Edward Creed says, how does management reserves the right to refuse service and employment to anyone work if you want to exclude a race, gender, or disability? It doesn't. It does not. You cannot exclude only black people, only men, or only cripples. Matthew Harder says, I need to hire a fine meme smith. The Virgin OnlyFans public school versus the Chad Thought homeschooler. Demands money on video, doesn't need to show his booty, makes way more money and isn't ashamed afterwards. Shakaval says, I tapped my teacher. I was also homeschooled. No. You stop it. Bad Dragonite says, shout out to Crumbrion, 29 more subscribers to 1K. Oh, awesome. Guys, if you don't know, check out Crumbrion's channel. 1,000 subscribers is on the horizon. Matthew Harder says, wait, Nick, I keep seeing that companies don't hire vets. Me personally, I'd love to get in a fight with an employee. It's brotherly. Is that why? Yes. John Russell says, out of all the chains, which do you think have the best tasting chicken? Asking for a friend. Regular fried chicken out of all the chains. All of them. I mean, Popeyes is my go-to. Church's is good. I love me some Popeyes. For chicken on the bone. For chicken strips, I go with Cane's every time, man. Cane's is very, very fucking good chicken strips. That's where I go. Persona non grata says, hi, Nick. Here's another 5 for peace and love to you, your family, and the world. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Bojangles is good. Zaxby's is good. They don't have those around here. They don't have churches around here either. Super Iron Bob says, as a precursor, online dating subjected men to the number of relations they'd previously experienced in a lifetime in a week, and women rejecting as many. Phoenix Lord Asserman says, Gunt bragged on Twitter about deplatforming T-Clips, despite her having DMs where he claimed it was okay for her to have her clips on her channel. Ralph is worse than Jarbo at this point. Yeah, people making mockeries of themselves is sad. Very sad. Backer the Hacker says, haha, look at the orange men desperately clinging to relevancy. Say the assorted lib media choir as they tenuously analyze images of his pants at 500x zoom. PG says, remember, these people can vote. Backer the Hacker says, also, please don't unlist your live streams. It's 5 a.m. here. Backer, I unlist them, but I move them to the Ricada Law Live channel. Ricada Law Live. All of the streams get uploaded over there. Unedited, full dump over there. You can find them. They stay up on this channel for a day to 3 days. Once they're, I get them up on the other channel. They're unlisted here, but you can access them. And then they stay here until it's fully up on the other channel for a significant amount of time. But they're all archived there. So go there and you can subscribe and get all of your live stream replays. Brock M says, if you wear baggy pants backwards, it's only for easy access. Super Iron Bob says, nice words on Memorial Day, but you got the thrust of why people were upset wrong. Remember stuff right, or we'll think you're losing it Biden style. What were people mad about then? I thought it was her saying have a nice long weekend or whatever. Snuggle Struggle says, as I was taught as a cadence, the blood makes the green grass grow, drill sergeant. Basic training breaks you down and rebuilds. S Cybertaz says, boo cookie. Instead of Bukaki. Okay, good. Matthew Harder says, is Kevin Samuels wrong? I just want Zex, sandwich, and silence after no hymen, no diamond. I hope I walk up on the young women like 35-year-old Magnum PI. Joel Reese, thank you for the donation. I don't know if Kevin Samuels is wrong. As Cybertaz says, just a reminder, Moo Girls provided cover for Jew Wario and continued his work when it became known about his sexual assault and grooming behaviors. Reek says, acquitted for a second-degree knobber slobber. You could say he got off. Furby Slayer says, manually... where'd that go? Manually set input on monitors in HDMI or display port setting. AMD has some signal issues. It tends to switch off when you use certain programs. Wolfgang Deo says, Nick, take your penis out of the computer. Elden Ring says, imagine buying a 6900 XT to fix the problems and having more problems. This is why Kentaro Miura pieced out his last words. Ooh, Elden Ring. Axel Nam says, I got this. Points at new GPU. There's your problem. Not Applicable says, you fix it with parenting and private education. That's how you fix GPUs, guys. Matthew Harder says, Nick, as a half Oriental, I claim you into our culture of which you shame your ancestors with your degeneracy outside the closet. Shame, shame, shame. Robert Corrales says, I keep scrolling down to like the video only to realize I already liked it. So here's $5 instead. It happens like 5 times every stream, I swear. Thank you. Thank you. Bad Dragonite says, hey, yo, I'm making a stop at the Romance Depot and to Pump and Munch. You want anything? I want it all. I want it all. Edward Creed says, so how does management reserves the right to refuse service and unemployment to anyone work? You can refuse service and employment to anyone, just not everyone of a particular protected class. That's how it goes. Wick Dipper says, remote desktop might let you troubleshoot GPU. I think I'll just troubleshoot the GPU by doing it the normal way. And then finally, that one guy says, I wonder if that pork mountain thinks Caitlyn will jerk his pig meat with her gigantic arms for trying to dunk on people for her on the internet. I just hope they know when two objects that abrasive rub together, they inevitably ignite from the friction. And Ooey 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 says, peace. Peace. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Sorry it was so late to start, but we went long because of that. Thanks for enduring. Tomorrow should be at the normal time. And or I won't get anything fixed and I'll just ram iron spikes into my brain. But one of those things is going to happen. Until then, no Twitch tonight, but we'll get that fixed up soon. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lost-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more of love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Madsplaining tonight. From the wide shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the thought better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Madsplaining tonight. From the wide shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the thought better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we